welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast on another match day watchalong. And now, even though the men are on international duty under Southgate and co, we are the girls haven't let us down. They are continuing to play. Obviously, we had the Champions League midweek first leg, and now the main event of the weekend, first game of the weekend in terms of WSL. North London derby, Tottenham at home to the mighty Arsenal. 7 attempts they've faced against us, lost every single time. Well, 6 out of 7 actually, because they drew one last year, which is a bit controversial for other reasons we'll get into later. Possibly, if it gets controversial again tonight, obviously as well, new manager for the Tottenham as well, after they sacked their last manager just before the international break. And as I say, this time we're going to bring in another couple of familiar faces, because we've got Lottie and we've got Bobby and his dad.
Hey Liam. Hey Ryan.
You all right, guys?
How are you all doing? And yeah, as you see, the teams are on the screen. Let's start with you, Lottie. What are you making of that? Obviously, a lot of rotation ahead of Wednesday.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's just the biggest part of our season at the moment. And we've got Bayern and City next, as well as this fixture. I expected at least 2 changes, but we've had 3. I mean, let's be serious. We've lost all of the last 3 in all competitions. So it's game on. I mean, I'm really excited for Sabrina, her first North London derby and her debut in the WSL. So excited. Hopefully she can keep Bethany England out of her goal.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm going to give my score prediction before kick-off, but I think we'll be fine. Even with, as you say, Sabrina on her debut, no pressure and all that. But yeah, got Maritz at the right back as well. Williamson, Raphael's been dropped to the bench for with Moy. Kate McCabe's at left back. So there's going to be a card there, guaranteed at some point they'll fight.
Yeah, no, but I don't know if you saw the pre-match interview, but what we need is that McCabe that we've been seeing all season, that's got that controlled aggression without crossing that line for that yellow, because obviously her yellow card situation isn't great as usual. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
That controlled aggression is what I want to see today. So
we've got Mr. Tom as well saying Bobby getting his football fit. You love to see it. Bobby loves being on the old webcams on here every now and then. I don't know if you saw last time, Lottie. Last time Liam was
I've seen the videos on TikTok.
I haven't put this one up.
Liam, you better not play my ears out today.
Yeah, when we played for them a few weeks ago, Bobby was just literally at the screen, focused as anything, and then got pissed off with the screen.
Yeah, no, I've seen the clips. So,
but yeah, I mean, again, in terms of the Avorti, Little, Manners playing, Palova getting a start as well. Blackstenius is up top, and we've got Jodie Taylor on the bench as well. So I think we'll be fine. I mean, because of how poor Tottenham have been this season compared to last, obviously, we can afford to make these changes. I think it's still enough to give them a good item still.
Yeah, but when you've lost 9 on the bounce, you've got something else coming in, and you've got the likes of Beth England on the bench who likes to go against the Arsenal. It's going to be a really interesting game. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Yeah.
A lot of people complaining they're not getting their Arsenal fix. What better way to get your Arsenal fix than a North London derby?
Yeah, Liam.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you saw that, did you? Yeah. He's got nothing to say though.
I saw that tweet. He's like, okay, Liam, want to come on?
I didn't know. What, pardon?
I saw your tweet last night and not his response to it. I thought, okay, yeah, Liam, you want to come on?
Excuse me, the North London derby.
Premier League fix, that is. Premier League fix. Friday to Sunday.
If it's really that bad, you could have watched the Academy for free online today, which I have been watching. It's not been a bad game.
No, to be honest, I had no time. By being totally on the show.
Yeah.
Tom's asking, are they playing at the Toilet Bowl today? They're not. They're playing at Leighton Orient.
Oh, yeah, no, which is a bit odd, which I find really odd. We would have filled there. We would have invaded their stands again. I wouldn't be here either. I'd be over there watching. So, a bit disappointed there was only like 200 tickets for us. It was just ridiculous.
We as you say, we would have, if it had been at their place, it would have been more of a home. It would have sounded like more of a home game because it would be more Arsenal fans there for obvious reasons, obviously.
It's a bit like what's it called? Bejesus and Paddy's. We invaded every stand. It'd be that again. All over.
Oh dear. But Liam, how are you doing? And how's your week been?
Yeah, ain't been too bad, mate, to be honest. All good. All
Got the
good, top
weekend
of
to-
the league.
got the weekend to yourself as well.
Yeah, weekends. Well, yeah, kind of. No, it's been good. It's been a good week. Obviously, good game Sunday. Obviously, always sets up your week well, don't it? And yeah, not a bad week, mate. Not a bad week. Just obviously, I don't say. I think we'll do these today. If I'm being totally honest, get battered everywhere they go, don't they? Really get battered home and away. I just think, I think if do you know what really impressed me in the cup final against Chelsea was Kim Little. Do you know what I mean? I thought she was superb in that cup final. And if she does what she did there, we'll take these to the cleaners. Do you know what I mean? But it is a North London derby, and it was was it last year where we got the late equaliser? We just don't need that in our life again, do we?
And
that was a late equaliser as well.
And a lot of dodgy calls in that game, because I think I was watching a lot of his podcast last night, and she actually reminded me that we did score another goal in that game, but the referee, in her infinite wisdom, disallowed it and gave us a free kick.
It's madness.
If you give them a chance to go in front, then they're going to sit back, ain't they? That's what we just don't. If we get a goal ahead of them, then I think we win the game easily. But for any reason they score the first goal, then it becomes a tough game for us, don't it?
Yeah, exactly. It depends. We just can't go out there with a cocksure attitude. That's the only thing. No. You know, we're saying it, so the players can't go out there, because we saw it last year. But again, the difference is now they've beaten us once, though.
I think the difference is now we can't really go out there, but obviously without two of our biggest players, I don't think we can go out there like that anyway. I think we naturally have to go out there, and think it's going to be a game anyway, whoever the opponent is.
Yeah, I think before the cup final, I was, in terms of the season, it was like petering out. It just weren't going our way, be it in Man City away and things like that. It just weren't going for us really in certain games. But the season, and that's even before we lost Beth and Viv respectively. But I think the cup final, the manner of the win against Chelsea a few weeks back, that's sort of given a new sort of, not at least a life, but also that confidence to go. We are capable. We can actually survive without two of our best players at this moment in time in big games. And it's sort of, since then, performances have been consistently better. But obviously, that's been against Liverpool and Reading respectively, and now Bayern Munich. Even Bayern Munich, we were. I don't care. We were unlucky. We were. How you can have a goal line in one game and not in another is beyond me. And
Jimmy and Adam were talking about this last night, and it was Bayern Munich's choice not to have it. How insane is that? Like, I hope Arsenal have got it, because if it should be mandatory. It should be mandatory.
That's disgraceful. It is disgraceful, isn't it?
Absolutely basic. But I've watched the first one with what's her name? Her name starts with K from Bayern Munich. It's gone from my head, but that was off the line. I've done that frame by frame. Second one was a bit iffy about, but that was class defending. I will say that.
But that ref in the game as well, she didn't help things. She was like, straight away, bang, bad tackle, no, continue, keep going. And it's literally second half.
It was like she didn't want to make any calls, to be honest with you.
A lot of you was watching me having a meltdown in the second half over the ref, because it was like, unless players from both teams were going down, rolling around in anger and screaming their heads off, the ref weren't giving nothing. I was just like, and then what was it?
Yeah, I know.
Pavlova got pushed down to the floor. Nothing. VAR, no, non-existent.
No. I mean, at one point she toppled over the keeper, didn't she? So
yeah, and it's just. But even though we lost, we actually played well. We were the better team over the course of the 90 minutes. It's just.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're only 1-0 down and we're still in it. That's my attitude on it. I can't be angry.
And you compare it
because we all know.
Sorry, go on.
We all know the referees within our game are not full time. And that's one thing that's getting to me at the moment. They're not full time. And if you look at some of the stuff that happens and we don't get a card at all, in the men's game, that would be a card all day long.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just so difficult to get a card. Unless you're Katie McCabe, so difficult.
What about that one last night? The Liverpool-Everton game.
Yeah. I was recording my podcast, so I haven't actually seen that game. I dropped my podcast last night, so...
It's outrageous.
It's outrageous. Is it that bad? I haven't actually seen it. So
Well, yeah, the goal got disallowed. How that was disallowed, I don't know. The ref claimed basically the ref's claims were the goalkeeper was impeded by the Liverpool player. Wasn't.
Okay.
There's basically a corner came in. It bounced about. The shot got off. Went in the net. But the ref said that the goalie was impeded. She wasn't. She had clear sight, and she could move. She wasn't being blocked off on nothing.
Outrageous.
It was just like, what the hell?
Nearly as bad as Ben White holding the Leicester goalkeeper's hand, that one.
Yeah, holding goalkeeper's hand. Not the other way around, of course not.
Yeah.
No, it was a bad one, but yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. Like, if they're not full time, then what are you actually going to be? What are you going to be expecting?
Yeah, no, I need Harold Webb and his missus to take a long look at themselves and look at what they're doing to the referee, because they're both like top of the tree and they're doing nothing about it. But I'd love to know what conversations they have in the house, because they're both referees.
Yeah,
that could be an interesting conversation, fly on a wall sort of thing.
Oh dear! But again, I've heard people on Twitter Spaces and all that over the last few days that like, the level of the women's game and all that. I'm like, well, if the money was put into it the way it should be, especially after the back of what happened last summer.
Oh yeah, it's a bit like loose.
If the money's invested, it improves.
Yeah. No, I was listening to a podcast the other day, Balls, Boots and Bras with Farrell on it, and it's a bit like every season we see Lou's campaign for equal pay, and Farrell was talking about how Man United get to play Fulham, they'll get 70 grand out of it, whereas if Lou's played Fulham, 700 quid, and like it's how are you supposed to invest in your club in your that grassroots if you're not getting the same money as the big clubs? And I think another problem is the broadcasting. The men's is booked so far in advance, up to 6 years. There's no room for us, and that's the problem.
Tom was saying how Webb probably uses the red lines, so you don't tea, sugar, and coffee pots are level. These are the thoughts of Mr. Tom and Mr. Tom alone. We did not condone these thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh dear! But what is your score prediction as we approach kickoff, or what?
3-1 to the Arsenal.
Are you going 3-1? I'm going to go for 4-0. I was just thinking, even with the changes, I think the way they've been this season, we're on a high.
Yeah. No, I get that, but I need to be consistent, unfortunately, with what I'm saying. So 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
For your one coming, Beth England has to score. I think take Beth England out the equation. If we keep her quiet and do our job, they're buggered.
No, exactly. Even with I've noticed that where they've been playing. I watched the Leicester game, and they've started playing Drew Spence really like. I think her name's Drew. First name's Drew, but Spence like really deep, a bit like a Harry Kane. We keep her quiet, we'll be fine, because her confidence is very shaky at the moment as well.
Well, even in that Leicester game, they won literally by the skin of their teeth. By the way, from what I've seen them highlight from and heard as well, when they're doing the commentating and all that. They weren't. That was after they sacked the manager as well. They weren't exactly. Well, hey, off we go.
No, I understand that, but you got to remember, Vicky Jepson hasn't had that much time to prepare. No. Like she has now.
This is her first,
she's had the time to prepare, time to plot, and what she's going to do against us.
BX needs to found a home kit in stock because BX likes a long sleeve, so. He's been looking pretty much all season. Fair enough. That's cool.
You need to get them on release day, or you're not getting any till now. They just go.
It'd be even worse this year. If Arsenal do what they did with the home kit last season, do it this year, the last game, and we're winning the title. That's going to be every shirt.
That's going to be gone. You're not getting one at all. No. I mean, my prime example is the last game. I went looking for this hat. I spent an hour in the shop looking for this. Went upstairs. It was in the box store outside the clock end. Do you know how annoyed I was? But I found my hat. So at
least you found it, though. That's the main thing.
Oh yeah, it's out. It's sold out. It's sold out, but it's so pretty. It's like I love it.
Yeah,
it's pretty. So
Barry's in the chat as well. Says hello, Ryan, Lottie, Bobby's dad.
Yeah, has he forgot my name or something? The guy. Has he forgot my name? No, the guy that I get nibbles from.
Oh, but Gary's always been easy to wind up. Sorry, Gary, but he is an easy wind up. That's it. We're going to call you Bobby's dad for the whole stream now. You've had it.
Bobby's dad. Wow. Wow. And I actually come behind Bobby now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you know Bobby's the star on your stream?
What he should have done was gone, hello, Ryan, Lottie, Bobby. No, he should have gone, hello, Ryan, Lottie, Bobby, chat room, and Bobby's dad. That's what he should have done.
Oh, you just set him up for next time now.
Yeah.
Ryan, where's Liam? I missed the lad.
You're going to get ripped into this time. It's too fun.
Oh dear, John will be joining us, by the way. I've sent him the link. He said he'll join us when he can.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. Have you seen the new possible for the Premier League North and South, the new rules? Have you seen them? Basically, what they're going to do, the top two, I think starting from next season, the top two teams from the Premier League North and the Premier League South, they're going to go into playoffs to get 2 spots in the Championship. And unfortunately for Newcastle, they won't be able to get that spot this year. But if they continue the way they're doing, they could go top of the league. Season's not over. They're only 4 points behind in the Premier League North. But what do you think?
Who's this?
Oh, this is basically you've got WSL Championship, and then you've got the National League. You've got Premier League North, Premier League South.
Yeah.
Right. That's just a short name. It's a really long name otherwise. Basically, they're changing the rules so that instead of one team up, one team down, they're doing it two teams up, 2 teams down. But they're taking the top 2 from the North and South, and they're going into playoffs to fight for those 2 spots to come up into the Championship. And do you know what? I think Newcastle will be coming up. If not this season, next season. They've been doing really well. They've invested well.
In general, the owner of Newcastle side said from straight from the off when they took over, they were always going to invest in the women's team. And that's good. Obviously, that's a good team.
It's brilliant to hear because that's what we want. We want to be here owners doing. I know Arsenal have always done it, thanks to Vic Akers, hence my podcast. But it's everybody else that needs investment. I mean, I had a look at the table the other day, and Reading are the only team there that are not backed by a Premier League club.
Yeah, Championship level as well in terms of funding. And
I want them to stay up because I got a bit of soft spot for them because it's just nice to see a non-Premier League club up where they should be in the Premier and WSL.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, I was in covering one of the girls' games here, and I was obviously touching on the Reading situation in terms of how their owners run the women's team and all that, and the Championship level, this, that, and the other. And I sort of compared it to when 2006, when Charlton Athletic, when the men's team got relegated to the Championship, but the women's team did fantastic that season. I think they were like top 3 in the league, but they got to a cup final as well against Arsenal. They obviously lost to us because obviously that team was what it was. But because of the men that got relegated and the funding and all that, the owners went, okay, we're going to scrap Charlton Athletic women's team. It all kicked off.
I've got a new person for the porridge list, by the way.
I wonder who.
Ashley Neville.
She's just come out leading up to Tottenham Hotspur. They're just coming up.
Yeah, put her on the porridge list. I don't know why. She's done nothing to me whatsoever. Just get her on.
Oh, no. Do you know who I can't stand? She's not at Tottenham anymore, but the one that had a fight with Katie McCabe last season, I hate her. Oh, what's her name?
Quite a few had a fight with Katie McCabe at Tottenham last year.
Ryan, I posted a picture of her this morning. It was at the Emirates last season. I can't remember her name. Ashley Neville was involved. Starts
of course,
with C.
Yeah.
I can't stand her. I'm glad she's not there anymore because we would have been in trouble because the old rivalry would have kicked in.
What's your fault? What's your thoughts on like? Because obviously we played out the home game at the Emirates, didn't we? And this game
we battered them. I was there. We absolutely battered them.
Do you know what? It's a case of the pitches are a lot worse quality than Boreham Wood, a lot worse than the Emirates and dare I say it, Spurs. It's a case of playing the advantage personally, because if you put this game at Tottenham Hotspur, as I said earlier on the pod, like we're taking over. That's it. The Arsenal fans will come to the London derby. End of story.
Yeah.
Tom saying at some point Bobby's dad will say, "What's she doing?"
Jesus, he's got a lot of screaming in his mouth today, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He'll be all right once football starts.
That was his impression of you. What's she doing? Didn't you know that?
Yeah.
Listen to him.
Wow, I blinked and
We can
Liam
hear
showed
you.
up. Oh no,
We
now
can
he's
hear
gone.
you. Football's coming on. I've got him watching. Funny enough, I got him watching this morning the Tottenham Arsenal at in January. I watched it this morning.
Oh, the men's North London derby, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was watching it for quite a bit.
What was that he was watching last night where he was on the floor, literally just staring up at the sky?
Oh, that was the Arsenal Palace highlights.
Last week's one, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a 60. Okay.
I put it out there deliberately to get a few little digs at the Palace boys.
Casting your fishing lines again, are you?
You know me.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It's my turn in a few weeks. Don't worry. No, she's a person. I'm still convinced she puts a bowl on her head to cut her hair, though. She's a haircut. She's currently got her hair curled across her eyebrows. It's terrible.
Look, it's starting.
Yeah. Odds on Caitlin Ford getting at least a goal today then. So going by her form, just shown on the screen. Got a good chance of that. This is it. Leah, what was your score prediction, by the way?
I'm going to go 3-1.
Well, same as Lottie then.
Oh, did you like to go 3-1?
I did that last night. I went consistently.
Oh, I'll go something different. I'll go 2-0.
In the last 5, guys, get this for a start. In the last 5 games, home and away, Caitlin Ford has had 5 goals.
Yeah.
For this fixture, so she's banging on the door for a goal after Bayern Munich. She needs one.
Oh, she was again. Second half, she was so unlucky that hitting that post and all. Oh my days! Just taking a knee on my screen. Here we go.
She's definitely securing her place for Australia in the World Cup, though, for sure.
I'm sure he's got to be guaranteed anyway. One of the best. Same side, one of their best players.
100%. I mean, Australia have only just cracked the top 10 in the world. And especially with Sam Kerr, Steph Catley, and Ford, they should have been in there anyway.
That pitch is awful, by the way.
No.
It's horrible.
The amount of patches I'm looking at.
Yeah. No, it is bad, but it's just.
It is a League 2 team, whatever.
It's Leyton Orient. You can't. What, their National League?
League 1, League 2 now, isn't they? Top of League 2.
League 2.
Are they? Oh, nice.
Top of League 2. Yeah, top of the table.
Yeah. There's so many empty seats there. You could have filled that if you opened up the stands.
Disgraceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Meadow Park's a 4,500 sellout every game. I can't even get tickets to Man City.
They're sold out, bloody hell.
Yeah, Villa's sold out as well for end of season. Done.
Already, bloody hell.
Yeah, I was trying to get tickets for me and G to go. So.
Well, she down this year.
Yeah, no, she's gonna try and be, but if I can get my mitts on a pair of tickets, they're gonna be releasing more a week before the fixture. So fingers crossed I can get 2.
Well, I've got the fun job on Tuesday trying to get the Wolves tickets. Yay! Watch that backfire on me.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, but say what's that backfire?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I've got to say, straight from the kickoff, literally, Tottenham kicked the game off, and straight away, the first thing they did was give it to Pavlova. And we just went, okay, thank you.
The Arsenal fans are nice and loud. Singing Sabrina's song.
There's probably more of them. Do you know what I mean?
It was last year. When they were playing at Barnet.
Embarrassing, mate.
I think Caitlin Ford's going to have problems with Ashley Neville today. Neville looks up to this.
They must bloody hate it. Then having to turn up at the Emirates, so we've got £50,000 in the stadium for this game. Fun?
Yeah, I was saying literally, was it in terms of selling tickets, it's around 50 and 45,000 turned up on the day itself.
Exactly, it's embarrassing, isn't it, for them? Oh, fuck's sake!
Don't say that.
Ah, shit.
Well, that bodes well. Oh dear, don't say it. Please don't say it. Let's have a look. You got Chris in the chat says, "Why would you want a haircut? Want that haircut?" Don't know. That's her preference for how many years now.
I think you might have to go to bed soon, boy.
It's like, you dare, I'll scream the house down again like I did the other week.
He cracks me up, mate. It's funny.
Come on.
Well done, Sabrina. Well done.
Oh, go on. Yes!
There we go.
They are fucking shitting.
Well, that took, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah. That was such a comfortable save.
That's some good finish, though, that is, isn't it?
I'm about to see in a sec.
No, it's all right. Lotta's on the job. Lotta's borrowed Kieran Tierney's Tesco bag.
That's a great finish, that is. She got a lot of confidence from that final, didn't she?
Yeah.
What, Noel Maritz? Noel Maritz is absolutely different beast in Europe. Her shithousery was brilliant in the last game.
Oh, what a finish, Tina. What a finish. And she stayed onside.
Right, I am so behind you guys. God.
Oh, yeah.
4:36.
Yeah, about 20 seconds behind. Here we go. Go on, Stina. Go on. Whew. What a goal.
That is some finish, isn't it?
That is a nice finish. And she was onside. I know we joke about her being offside, but yeah, that was nice. That's nice. That now sits us as a live table in second. Love it. And we still have that Brighton game, which has been rescheduled for the 10th of May.
Yeah, I saw that the other day, yeah.
No way.
Especially if she dragged that ball away from goal as well.
Yeah. I think she got her hands to it as well.
Makes it even more painful, that does, don't it?
Yeah. When it's a low ponytail from Stina, you know she's not here to play.
Liam or Bobby's dad, can Gary join? He wants to join. He's asking your permission.
Bobby, can he join? Gary, join. Should we get? Yeah, he smiled. That means yes.
Okay, I'll send the link in the chat. 1 second.
Here we go, boys and girls.
This is a messy now, isn't it?
No.
Team USA versus England. Here we go. There we go. It's in the chat. Chris is saying, I'm watching Scotland v Cyprus. We're worse than the Spurs women's team.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what? That was a really clever goal. Where the sun is, that's the blind spot. That was really clever.
Go on. Looking good already.
I thought that went off. Thank you, Arbor. Oh, Vicky Jepson does not look happy.
Here we go. Prepare yourself, everyone, for the USA versus England backlash now.
What is this? There's no backlash. I'm British too.
I know your games, son. I know your games.
Hello, thanks for having me on, Ryan. Hello, Lottie.
Hello,
Hey,
Gary.
Hey, Bobby. Who's that guy next to you? He keeps showing. He keeps following you. What's up, Liam?
Oh, I'm not too bad, Gary. Yourself?
I'm doing good. Everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us. No, I took the day off from doing shows, and then of course, you put a post up saying there's a game today. And I'm like, oh, that looks like I think he's calling my name.
North London Derby, mate. North London Derby.
Yeah. I say 5 shots, 5 goals, and then bring on the subs. Let's get out of here.
Oh, come on, loose ball.
Oh, that was a really nice goal. A really nice goal.
Yep.
Are you guys all ahead of me?
Always.
8 minutes, 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, you're about a minute behind.
8:24, 25.
9:11.
Oh.
Can we go now? Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I don't like you. That's why I don't like you. You're always ahead of us.
End of the game, mate.
Oh dear.
Oh man. So is our 2 attackers, are they out for the season or will they actually be back?
Oh, they've got ACLs.
Wow.
Beth is likely to be back towards the end of the season. She's looking to go after the World Cup, but we're not going to see Viv. There's no way.
Yeah, Viv went a few weeks later, 2-3 weeks later, so she's out for. She's even going to the World Cup herself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Beth,
it's not a major loss to the Netherlands, but it's still a loss.
But most of the captain, but also with Beth about a month ago now, came out in an interview on Sky saying, even though it doesn't look good, never say never. I'm going to deal with it I can and get myself in that World Cup squad.
Cool.
Ooh.
I guess the big question is how do we make up these 5 points on Chelsea?
Well, we got game in hand as well over Chelsea.
We've got game in hand. Brighton was cancelled and it's been rescheduled for the 10th of May, so we still got game in hand.
Okay.
If we take the 3 points today, Gary, we move to second in the table for now. But
play tomorrow.
You got Chelsea away still.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got Bayern next, and then we've got City on the second.
Oh, that's a big game.
Games. Massive games. But it's all right. Chloe Kelly's going to assault some flag posts again.
Where's that? Is that Bournemouth?
We're at home. Yeah.
Bournemouth, yeah.
Yeah, we're at home, so we should be fine. Oh, God. In the box. Oh.
Well, it's good to see. It's good to see the
Spence has just gone wide.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see that Arsenal women realize they can beat Chelsea, right, when it counts. So, haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
Playing on a better pitch, though. To be fair, I hate going to Kings Meadow. It's horrid.
We didn't just beat them, did we? We played them off the pitch as well.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah. No, we did. We did.
And we gave them a goal advantage.
All right. I think the final before the Conti Cup I went to, we got spanked by Chelsea at Wembley. It was a nightmare. Yeah, it was at Wembley in the December.
The FA Cup final, yeah.
I was sitting right centre goal in the Arsenal end, where all the goals went in, and I was sitting there. I never want to see Lotta. I never want to see Jen Beattie ever again. But Lotta's game has changed. I'm telling you that now. I'm so pleased with her. Like the way it's changed. That game was trauma.
Yeah, I was in the next block, so I'll be on that goal as well.
Yeah, that's right. You were there as well, Brian. We were in the next block to each other.
Oh dear. Cup final in December, never again.
To be fair, we were in that unlucky end of Wembley, though.
Yeah,
I'm convinced.
You say that, but when the men have got to the FA Cup final recently, that's the end they put us at. Just says
but I'm talking women's football, not men's football.
That's a for the girls' team.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you obviously used at the Selhurst Park the other week, and obviously Viv and Beth were on the pitch celebrating and all that. How did they look?
Oh, yeah. Beth had no crutches. It was great. Viv did. But you didn't even need to look for Beth and Miff. All you heard is Mido, and the stands just lit up. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. So we knew where she was at all times, especially coming in and out of the tunnel, because I was on that side.
Oh.
I mean, technically, as it stands, this puts us to second, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, the sound's picking up some young Tottenham fans. Come on, Bethany, England. They're only little. So they've got time to learn. Oof, come on.
Have time to adjust.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Of course.
Stop your noises.
Oh.
It's funny. What's funny is I actually was looking. I was looking in the chat to see if Mr. Tom was still there, and then he did show up.
When is he not?
Yeah.
Oh, Gary, have you had listened to my podcast for today?
I have not heard your podcast.
Okay,
today.
I will ping it over to you later.
All right, cool.
Brian did retweet it for me last night, but it was just I was like working on it so late last night. Not many people have actually
I've
seen
got the link now and I'll put it in the chat for everyone as well.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. Thanks, Ryan.
No way.
Yeah.
What's that?
That is my intro. That is my intro video. The Arsenal women, Tom. The answer to your question. This week we picked apart the Bayern Munich game on Wednesday night, and then we did a preview for today's game. I am back on Tuesday with a new drop. Tuesdays and Fridays are the drops at the moment. We're available on Apple, Spotify, and Anchor.
Oh, cool.
And we're named after the man himself, Fikaker's Wonderland.
Yeah. There's a link for everyone. It's on the thing, but it's in the chat. So just click on that and off you go.
I've also got to say thank you to Ryan because you dropped that link for me. My subs have gone up. Not many, but some. So thank you.
That's better than nothing. There you go.
Oh no! I get excited if I just have one person. Do you know what I mean? Like I get so excited. It's ridiculous. Like somebody actually wants to listen to my waffle.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm subscribed, so I will get the
brilliant.
I'll get the alert. So
yeah.
All right.
And what is Spotify? Oh my god.
Right, I'm gonna let you explain that because I don't use Spotify. I'm an Apple podcaster, so I don't know how to use Spotify.
If Tom's being serious, if he is being serious,
it's for when you do the laundry, it cleans out the spots. I mean, that's all you need to know.
It's the cheap version of Sit It Bang. Oh dear.
Wow.
Oof, over the bar.
You all right?
From Stina.
Oh dear. Is anyone actually enjoying international football though? This week so far?
What did you say?
Is anyone actually? Is anyone here actually enjoying the men's international football week?
I've not watched anything. I've not watched a single thing. I've got Champions League football priorities.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna ruffle it up in here. I actually enjoyed that England game on Thursday.
Well, because we won.
I thought we played pretty well first off.
Yeah, but
don't get me wrong. It was even more satisfying to see Luke Shaw get sent off, but there you go.
Yeah. I don't understand how they can basically take their foot off the gas against Italy of all teams.
Because it's Southgate's in. You do know.
I know. I'm just saying. I have to say it out loud. I know.
Let's be honest, though, Gary. Let's be honest. If Grealish didn't miss that absolute sitter at 3-0, mate, do you know what I mean? Like
that is true.
They should have been 3-0 up at half time.
Definitely.
Like that's the problem with Grealish.
But what annoyed me most was actually, again, Saka's being targeted, and Southgate's like, la 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 la.
I'd rather Saka didn't play no game.
You can come off, but Saka, you stay on.
I'm just glad that Ben White's not there, honestly, because we don't need him playing.
I'm still trying to get my head around how Chilwell was a picked ahead of him. So yeah, he's had 2 good games, whereas Ben's been brilliant since we came back after Christmas.
Conor Gallagher's in the England squad. That says it all. Calvin Phillips is in the England squad. That says it all.
Yeah.
Well, no, think about it. Maguire is still a fixture,
and hence why I'd rather be watching the women's football.
Yeah. How is Maguire still a fixture on that team? He's always good for an oops all the time. It's coming. You know,
yeah, but the
it's coming.
standard shit, innit? Most of the international standard shit, so he stands out. Like he's playing teams like USA. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're lucky he wasn't playing USA because you'd have been crying. You see
Nah,
what
but
we
you know what I mean?
see what we just put up yesterday? Yeah, we.
Oh, by the way, talking about USA, leave hands off Balogun.
Hands off Balogun.
Yeah, I know what you're doing,
You
mate.
know
I
what? You know what?
Yeah.
You giving him
You
tickets?
got-
Been
yeah,
getting
Ryan,
the
you need to have this conversation with John. He's after Balogun and he's after Eddie. You can have Eddie.
You
I
can have
don't know
Eddie.
who you're
but
talking about.
He's not having
Who?
Balogun.
What did you
Oh,
just say?
John. You'll meet John later. John's a Newcastle fan.
No,
We're waiting for him
no.
to come through.
What player did you just name? Because I don't recall that
Balogun.
name. No, the other one.
Balogun Nketiah.
Eddie.
No, I don't know who that is. Say it again.
What, Steady Eddie?
Nope, never heard of him.
He scores
It's a
us
bit
goals
like-
to put us in this, help us keep us in this top.
Scored us
mate.
winner
I know.
against Manchester United, and you're dismissing him.
I don't know. I don't remember that game.
Oh, I do, mate. I'll tell you, mate. I do.
Come on, can we get a goal in here? Oh, cross goal. Nice cross in there, but couldn't get to the end of that. Nah.
Well done, Caitlin.
Eddie's where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be our third striker, and hopefully he'll stay there.
He's injured at the moment.
He's supposed to be. Well, this is the only way he's going to get to be our third striker.
You started him off now in the chat. Now. You've started it. That's it. You've mentioned the name. All you have now in the chat, people, is emojis of Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, that's his man. That's his man behind Firpo.
Tom said, "Okay, I sub. Next question:
Thank you,
who's
Tom.
the Cakers?"
Oh no! You know what?
Oh,
now
no.
you know what? You know what? Block him. 5 minutes. Block him. Block the man. 5. You're done. See ya. How dare you? The man, nah. See ya. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
This Eddie hate's not healthy for you, Gary.
I don't hate the man.
You dismissed him.
Who?
You.
Who'd I dismiss?
Eddie.
Eddie.
No. It just went the air. It just went dead. I heard nothing. Say the name again.
Eddie.
See, no, it's not coming across on the audio for some reason.
Oh,
I kid. I want him to do well, but he's just not going to be the one for us. I mean, I'm sorry.
I agree. For me, he's a substitute, a player. Last 20, 30 minutes bring a lot of energy. You know what I mean? That's what his role is within this team. And for me.
But how many sitters is he going to miss this rest of when he plays? How many sitters has he missed this season?
Oh, he's
If
fucking.
Jesus comes back, he's not
team.
playing. Trossard comes in before him.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I watched that Spurs away game, mate. He missed some good chances in that game.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't miss the one. The first goal against United was a good header, to be fair. The second one, he couldn't miss it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the best goal I've ever seen him score is that one at Chelsea, end of last season. Was it the end of last season?
Oh yeah.
You know what? He didn't have. You know
Yeah.
what? When he has time to think, nah. But when he just goes
It's a case
instinctively, boom, it just goes in.
Yeah, no, but he panics. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Bit like Stina, when her confidence goes, she hesitates, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was a good.
The goal she scored
save,
today, she didn't really have time to think about it. She just saw the goalkeeper off her line, boom, shot, goal, right?
Wait till Eddie Nketiah scores the winner to win us the title, somewhere like Forest or something like
He's
that.
injured though.
But this is Forest. I'm taking it to the second to last game of the season.
I don't want to go that.
I hope me and you are on it, Gary. I hope me and you
I
are
don't
on
want to
it,
go
mate.
that deep in the
And
season.
I want you to disappear off air when he does it. 97th minute is going to be 97th minute.
You're going to put me through that again? Thanks, Liam.
No, I see. No, that's why I don't want that. Let's do it earlier than second to last game of the season. Come on.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I think it's either going to be second to last game or last game.
I don't want it to go that long. I can't deal with that stress.
If we win at City, it'll be done.
If Liverpool beat City next week and beat Leeds, and then we do it, and then we get something out of Liverpool.
Here we go. Time wasting.
I think it's done then. What's the time wasting? Could be 10-0 by the time after that.
Oh yeah, I know, but she just plonked herself down on the grass. Not showing any indication that she's actually hurt.
I thought she might have got stepped on her arm almost,
Mm.
but
No,
that's the only thing that looked
Hang on, let's have a
suspect
look.
there. It looks close,
Oh,
but I don't think she
it
did.
looks-
look good, but not
Oh no,
enough.
I don't think Leah's touched her. To be honest with you, don't think she's touched her. Leah's just that was so soft.
Well, this is that team. They're going to waste time. We know that. This is in their book.
Yeah.
Now you upset Colonel in the chat now.
Oh dear.
Oh man, King.
dear.
See, King Eddie is
Oh,
why
actually, that
I
reminds
don't
me.
hear you. You know, you can't go. You can't. Come on, King.
There's only
King is
one
on-
king,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Thierry.
There you go. See?
Honorary.
I was going to say Bobby, but
No way. You can't. He doesn't
Sorry,
understand
boy.
right now, so that's good. Let's just keep it that way.
Thierry's above you.
Bobby's the heir to the throne.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
Do you know what, Gary? You would have enjoyed. When I was on a Newcastle maybe about 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about Eddie going up to Newcastle. Someone in the chat goes, all of you have had your defense is in trouble and Nketiah in the room, right?
Yeah,
You've all heard that.
yeah.
And someone in the chat goes, your defense is in trouble and Nketiah out the door.
Sorry, say that again.
Your defense is in trouble, Nketiah out the door.
Oh, that's Gary. He's
That was someone in the Newcastle chat because I'm on a regular Premier League channel.
but Gary had spoke to him. I'm telling you, Gary had spoke to him. Somehow Gary sorted that out.
yeah. Henry, you know what? He doesn't know football. That's why, Mr. Tom. I thought he said he knows football. Doesn't know Henry. There you go.
He's just a bit butthurt because in 2012 he came back on loan and scored his first shot against Leeds and it knocked him at the cup.
And he had his cane. He just put his cane down and then took the shot. That's how old he was.
Oh, McCabe, keep your head. Please don't get bloody angry. She's 1 yellow away from being suspended.
Oh, for God's sake.
This game scares me. And that's what Jonas was referring to earlier. I was sitting thinking how many yellows she's got.
The problem is that yellow's coming, so...
Please stop it. We've got Bayern and City in the next 2 weeks. Behave yourself. I'm telling you, stop it. Stop it.
Have you noticed there's no positivity to bring to the chat? It's all negativity.
Always playing it down a bit too much.
If you look at the way McCabe's been played this season, it's that controlled aggression, and I'm loving every moment of it. I mean, she managed to last to Man United at the Emirates without a yellow card, and that's impressive for Katie.
Evening, everyone.
All good ball that is.
It is evening, but it's afternoon, but still.
Oh.
Gary's got multiple accounts just to hate Eddie. There's a rumour he started Wenger out too.
Absolutely.
Are you sure he's not behind Idival out as well? Because apparently that's rumbling at the moment.
I am Arsenal in. I'm not Arteta out or anybody out. All right.
What about Liam out?
Who?
Liam.
The phone went dead. Out. The line went dead again.
What about Bobby's dad out?
Oh, that guy. Yes, I love him. He's the best.
They try out the way to treat me, mate.
He's
tired, didn't he? This is what he did last time. He got tired watching the first half, put him in bed, and then he just kicks off.
He literally kicked off like 10 minutes in the second half. Like,
I'd have kicked off though, mate. We're 3-0 up at Fulham.
Bloody hell. That was a nice cross from Maritz.
It was.
Across the box to Stina, but Stina's gone wide.
See that in the last 10 minutes, not one shot either end.
Did you not just see that one? The cross
from
Maritz.
He went before that.
How far ahead are you with me?
It sounds like about a minute, I think he is. About a minute, 30 seconds.
I'm on 27 exactly.
I'm on 27:15.
Okay.
So
you're a minute ahead
of you.
Joy's a Sky Go, eh?
Yep. Gary still has a Wenger outside just in case. What? Then they're going to come back from retirement?
Gary, they're casting their fishing lines out.
Why are you guys going after me like this? I have no friends except for Bobby.
I'm just repeating the
Bobby's
comments.
not saying a damn word to me today. What's going on?
See that? He was in the Shaka then.
I don't like the way this game is getting so quiet from the Arsenal side. We need to be peppering their goal a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what we've got at the moment? We've got 73%.
You might want to shut your mouth, mate. It's 2-0. You said that, right? And then she scored.
Hey, there he is.
There you
Our
go.
favourite Newcastle fan.
There he is.
Good, lads. How is it? Good afternoon,
We're
guys.
good. We're beating
John, how you
Tottenham
doing, mate?
Hotspur.
Katie Ford.
Katie Ford.
She's
How you
red.
doing?
She's white. She loves
I
her
should be
veggie
seeing this in a couple of
forward.
seconds here.
Go on.
Wow.
Well, that's good timing,
go.
John. How you doing?
I'm chatting stuff. How are you doing, lads? Yeah, at least. For that DWTT guy, I thought it was tight for a minute.
Nice. Sorry, I just didn't see the goal. Hey there,
You're
John.
saying the Gary looks like Ty. Oh my gosh, John.
Sorry.
Your career's over now, Gary. Your career's over now.
Yeah, I don't know about
Gary.
this.
Everyone's
Current
going after you now,
associations
Gary.
you don't want. I don't know.
You're done, mate. That's you. See you later.
Do I have to change my look? Do I have to change my look?
That is a beauty. I finally got the goal.
Apologize.
That is
Listen,
beautiful.
Great finish, isn't it?
I'm not going to call you Ty. You look good.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to call you Ty.
Oh, Ryan. By the way, who did I say that was going to score before the game kicked off?
Clayton Ford.
That is a really nice shot. By the time the goalkeeper sees it, too late.
Yeah.
Great finish.
Again, same blind spot.
Yeah, but I had a long day at work today, guys, so I do apologise. I'm a bit late. So I'm here. I'm here.
You know what? It's
I
all right.
think. Do you know what? I think the highlight of that goal is Ashley Neville can't get anywhere near her. Ball is gone by the time she gets there. Oh, beautiful.
What a hit. What a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be free. Oh, what save that is, mate.
So, yeah, John, obviously Newcastle as well. How are you feeling about this season so far? Champions League?
I think we'll do it. I really do think we'll do it. I really, truly do, because the thing is, right, I mean, the last two games we've won, we have got our Newcastle back the last two games, right? We have to get we had Wolves and we had Forest. We need to win those two games, and we've done it. And going into the next game against Man United at home on week on Sunday, I hope we beat them. Sorry, Macy, if you're watching, but I hope we beat them, because that's the team I want to beat. We beat these on Sunday week, I think we're on our way, because we've got to play Brentford away, West Ham away, Villa away. It must have got Villa away. I think it's West Ham away as well. So it's going to be tough, but what a season Eddie Howe's having doing. Excuse me. 16 months ago, Ryan, right? 16 months ago, we were bottom of the table. And here we are, 16 months forward, we're fifth. We're fifth, right? And, this could be free. This could be free, people. Oh, good save. Bit behind, by the way. No, it's just...
It's all right. You and me both, John. I've just seen that save as well. Don't worry.
I know.
Don't worry.
Yes.
But Liam's the most ahead at the minute, but he's about a minute in front of me.
He's
So,
quick.
John, the one thing is, though, nobody's able to score enough goals ahead of you, so you've been able to keep it. Once you start scoring, that's the issue, right? Because your defense is solid, right? So
We are, but we conceded some silly goals, like Lottie's favourite player, Kieran Trippier, and I think he's a damn good player. Game against Wolves, he slipped to a goal. People say, right, that he slipped. No, he never. It was a poor cross. He's trying to clear the ball out of the way, totally messed it up, right? And Jan for Wolves couldn't believe his luck. Went straight to him, right? And then Sven Botman did a back pass, so trying to do a back pass to the keeper, and then he didn't check out Manuel Denise, right? Didn't check him out, and he scored from that, yeah? And not one Newcastle fan had a go at him for that, but it was a poor back pass to Sven Botman. We've been given silly goals away of late. But one thing I'm going to say, right? Look, they had a cracking season, and we're just loving life in a minute. On defence are good. I mean, we are creating chances, but we're not. We're missing a hell of a lot of chances. We're really missing a lot of chances, yeah. Callum Wilson, I love him, but he's no longer the answer for us, yeah. I mean, Isak, this guy's got to be starting every single game from now on, right? Miggy Almiron started well, but he's gone back to the old Miggy, yeah. Anthony Gordon, we've got to give the lad time. He's out injured in a minute, great. ASM, now, ASM frustrates us a little bit, guys, yeah. I like him, don't get us wrong. On his day, he's very good. On other days, he's just not good enough for us in a minute. Like, but at the end of the day, he can run. He's got all the techers, but you haven't got to then put that to your game. Then he's just nothing out at the end of the day. I'm sorry, guys, but as Newcastle fans, you're not allowed to have a go at ASM. You're not allowed to have a go at him at all whatsoever. I'm sorry. We just say it how it is. You know what I mean? And if people want to jump on this, having a go at ASM, carry on. Because at the end of the day, I'm not BS anyone. I just say it how it is and call it out.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, I agree. In terms of ASM, as a neutral, I agree. He's been one of the below par massively this season, and others have stepped up. The cup final distracted you guys a bit. Obviously, players don't want to get injured and suspended for that final, and it sort of affected your form. But you've got yourselves back. You say the last couple of games, you've got your heads down and got yourself back into it now.
Yeah. You see, John, what you did now? The rest of the chat for the rest of this show will just be about a two-lettered name man. That's all that's going to happen.
Ain't gonna be the rest of the show. Ain't gonna be the rest of the show, mate. Rest of your life.
You'll be fine. Don't grow a beard. Whatever you do, Gary, don't grow a beard.
I can't grow a beard. So there you go.
You get that.
Then you're quite safe. You don't look anything like him. You're good.
You need to get some red earphones, mate. Change the black ones to red.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't do it.
Get the old tracksuits, everything. Get the boots.
You know what?
I have to get rid of all my hoodies now. I have to come with like a dress shirt on and tie, just so I look totally different.
You know what? though, right? I could actually share this. I could actually share the stream to my audience, the one who watches my channel. I could do that because it's saying that on the top hand corner. But out of respect,
yeah, you can. Whenever you can. You could.
Right? It boosts you up. It boosts your subs as well.
Yeah. Me and Andrew tried this out from Dark Square to Where. We tried it on Monday in the podcast. Yeah. I tried it. It works.
How did it go? It works.
Yeah. It does work, yeah. So if any of you guys want to stream second half or anything on your channels, whatever, knock yourselves out.
I will.
Oh, hurry up, Ashley. Now we're taking too long on this throw. Too long. And I can tell it's with her because of her bowl haircut.
Oh, man. But going back to ASM, right? I mean, look, quickly. I mean, look, if he was that good, I can remember there's only, I think it's 3 teams that's been linked to him since he's been at the club. And that's Wolves, Everton, and Spurs.
Oh, God.
And if he was that good, right? If he was that great, he'd be in the French national team. But let's be real. I mean, he's been at the club for nearly 4 seasons now, right? And if I'm honest with you, I don't think he's improved. I mean, he had about 3 or 4 good games last season against Man City at home. Liverpool was down 10 men. That shot against Wolves back in August, and I can't remember which one it is now, but people's been given 8s and 9s in the player ratings, and I'm thinking, for what? I love ASM, but I want a proper winger that can actually cross the ball with an end product.
But also, just a winger that can be effective and fixes into the style of the manager. And
every week.
I think about ASM, he's just because he came when obviously Steve Bruce and the old ownership was about, and he was God as the big player and the other, the biggest player, the best player he had.
Exactly.
I think he's got again too.
I got a penalty.
They got too comfortable. Oh, for God's sake.
Spurs got a penalty.
Oh,
brilliant.
Too comfortable, Ryan. He said that word. Too comfortable, man. He is too comfortable under Boost because he's the main man. Under Eddie Howe, he's not the main man, and he's not been in the team. Now we know why he's not been picked as much.
What's the fucking foul for?
I mean, there's no bar, is there?
Do you know what? I'm just in the build-up play to that, and it literally Beth England got in the box. Lear's cleared it. It's gone on to Noel Marriott, and it's come back to Tottenham, and then McCabe's just cleared it on the outside. Penalty's not arrived on my screen yet, but
yeah.
No,
I mean, there was a goal coming anyways because it could have. I mean, they could have got a shot off like a minute before that.
The ball shot. Tottenham players. I think it was Beth England shot.
She shot it, didn't she?
Hang on. I've just looked at that. I've just looked at that replay. How is that a penalty? Neville went over on Katie.
2-1.
What the? Was it Beth England?
Oh, that's
took
harsh.
it?
Yeah.
That's harsh.
There we go.
Very
Another
harsh.
fixture.
She already shot the ball, isn't she?
But Beth England was always like to goal against us. Always.
Well, from the penalty spot, I don't even know if we
It's
play.
all right.
as
We're
well.
still in it. Still in it. It's cool.
Can it not fire this at all?
No VAR in the women's.
No.
The funding's not there for the VAR in the women's game.
No.
Oh,
Hopefully.
it struck her.
Unless it's Champions League football.
But even then,
And even then, it all depends on the stadium, right?
I can see it coming from Mr. Tom 28.
Would you?
I'm not going to read it out.
I've put the screen for him.
Ryan, what is wrong with you?
You're gonna see
Ryan.
it anyway.
Yeah, but nobody needs. You don't take it off. What's going on?
Sorry.
Eh. And you're like laughing and smiling. What is it?
You come in.
This is now where I
No,
told you we need to score another 3 goals. Come on.
Come in.
That's softened the ref. That was not for me. It wasn't a penalty.
Bruno didn't even move. Oh
No.
my god. Times like this, I wish Manu was in goal.
Hey, Lottie.
So you
Lottie.
picked her up and she's like, "Oh no, that's it."
Yeah. I don't like this girl. Don't like Bethany England. Too expensive.
Hmm.
But it's the only place she's going to get first team football and be chose first every time.
Well, Beth England. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's not going to get on the same curve at Chelsea, was she?
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bobby's
he's not
like,
too
"What the
happy about
hell?
that."
Why are you conceding goals against Tottenham?"
Lottie. You know, me new intro, right? And we had a DM today,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's a fine lad, but me mods don't like him at all whatsoever.
No, why not?
Well, I'll read it out, right? I mean, I'm not going to mention who he is, right? Out of respect. And let's get it up there. And he's basically saying, right? Good lad. I mean, he does help us to be fair. I mean, he's good. He goes, John, did you pay for that intro? Because it's awful, mate. 5 minutes is ridiculous. People will do what I say, what I did and say. 5 minutes? F that. I'll watch something else now. And with ads, 5 minutes could become almost 6. Friendly advice. I'd bin it.
Thing is, what you need to do, John, my best advice is, I think it's a really good idea, but you need to get that on 5 minutes before you say you're going to start. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
then people ain't going to be
on.
hanging around. That's how it should work.
Do it 5
But
minutes
he's being
before.
stroppy. Ignore him. I like it. I did enjoy it.
So best to do, don't put it on live. Put a 5 minute time countdown on. Don't put it on live. Then after say when it comes to 1 minute, when it comes to like a minute and 10 seconds, put it on live.
It's so easy for them to get to that far back
Exactly.
line.
Do it that way. Do it that way. That's the best way to do it. Because that is just really negative and really horrible. That's not needed. I mean, sometimes I think mine's too long. Mine's like about 45 seconds. But I do it because of the footage I've got. And the footage is brilliant.
It is
So,
brilliant footage.
And the person that made it for me does a lot of women's content. AWFC clips. Absolutely brilliant content creator.
Can they do it for a Newcastle one?
I don't know if it's a he or a she, so I'm going to say they. But if you drop them a message, see what they say.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, and what's that on social, on social media?
Yeah, AWFC clips.
Yeah, I think I will. AWFC clips.
Yeah.
AWFC clips. No, it's not coming up on social media.
I'll ping you over one of their posts after the game. I'll tell you what, I'll do it at half time. It's just because I've got the game on my phone. So
no, that's fine. It's fine. So best to do is don't put the 5 minute on live. Just put it on like 4 minutes offline, and then click on 1 minute live.
Yeah, I think that's the best way forward. If I'm honest with you.
I think so. I can see he's coming from in the way, but put on 5. Look, I look some.
He didn't need to be rude about it.
No. But he said that I mean, it just awful well. Is it an agenda? I don't know. Is it because I'm doing so well?
Yeah.
Well, you'll get that. Yeah, you always get that. You'll get people like that. It's just,
I know.
Yeah.
There's a couple
I say just do what makes you feel happy, because that's all that matters for me. If you do stuff for other people, you end up punishing yourself. So screw 'em.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is, though, at the end of the day, I mean, Lottie is right. It's uncalled for.
Yeah.
But I'm not binning it. I'm just going to do
The
like
main thing is, it's not about who likes it, who doesn't like it. It's about what you like.
Yeah.
If you're happy
Your
with it,
content,
no, doesn't matter.
Exactly.
People will always criticize.
Exactly. It's on this
Always.
agenda. Because what I've done really well. I've got over 4,500 subscribers now. Do you know what I mean? I'm on the road. I'm on the road for 5K. If I can get 5K, then it just flies through the roof. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're fine then. You could just block if you really
I'm
felt like
not
it.
even in triple figures yet, so you're absolutely flying.
Thanks,
Absolutely flying. And as I said to you last night, proud of you. Keep smashing it.
Exactly. Good, exactly. And I just hope, I'm doing well. I mean, and I heard some channels last night, Newcastle channels last night. Again, I'm not going to mention who it was, right? Saying that, saw John on the Big Six show last night with Lucas, sort of thing, like, and it's just saying that, basically said I shouldn't be on there if I'm a Newcastle fan. You're all right then. Can't believe that.
ridiculous.
I'm a football thing. At the end of the day, right? If that's the case, guys, there's no point me doing a match review for the opposition side. Like if we played Arsenal, I get Lottie on, for the preview show, or Ryan for a preview show, or you guys for a preview show, yeah. I mean, I'm not just doing that then.
Yeah, and it's a bit like, John, just look at it like this. It's a bit like that idiot. The last preview show I did with you, you had that idiot. Oh, I don't like Lottie and her Arsenal opinion. She's made the show all about Arsenal. Hello, who are Newcastle playing? Like, use your brain. And then he's obviously attacked me for being a female as well. What's the point?
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I was just concentrating.
I've not seen that person since, which is a relief.
Exactly. ASM, the game needs to revolve around him. Took the work. Newcastle are too good to revolve it around. Exactly, Chris. Exactly.
Gosh,
But then again, be careful. Make sure Newcastle fans
any
don't see
control
that.
in this midfield. Sorry, this game is just looking really bad. Can't control this ball for enough time to create an attack. Yeah. But all in all, John, just do what you want to do, man.
I know, man.
Just do what you want to do, man.
I know. Thanks, guys. And you know what it is. Right? I mean, what I was just going to do, I'm going to try and get a journalist on me shoe as well. Try and get a journalist if I can get one. You know what I mean? But it's easier said than done, man. Easier said than done. I mean, big up to Macy, by the way, getting on Ben Jacobs. I had Ben Jacobs on last year.
No, she's doing so well. She's one of the, I'll be honest with you, she's a sensible Man United fan. Sensible.
She is the real one.
I don't use that word lightly. The conversations I've had in women's football as well as men's football, she's got her head on straight. I will say that.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what it is, Macy, right? Lottie, I called him. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry.
I mean, the thing is, though, Lottie, right? I mean, look, at the end of the day, our fan base, right? They just cannot stand Manchester United, okay? And people are asking, why am I getting a Man U fan on my show? Well, excuse me, right? At the end of the day, right? I mean, it's called collabing with people.
Oh, yeah.
And if anyone upsets Macy, right, or you, Lottie, or you guys, whatever, then I have something to say about that. I'm sorry, but I can't have people trolling. There's no way.
Oh yeah, no, I know that, John. I mean, that comment in the show, I know. I didn't even have to open my mouth for that, which was great because I would have actually used a few choice words for that. But you beat me to it, unfortunately.
I know, absolutely. And you know what? I got no regrets of doing it as well. Because at the end of the day, right, it's uncalled for. Because our fan base, right? If you think like AFTV fan base, so that bad when they get beat, I will say, I tell you what, I think our fan base are the worst of social media. But the one thing is, though, with the AFTV fans, when they speak, right, they don't say anything over years. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But if you say something about ASM, an interview, they jump on you.
Oh, yeah.
And I ain't having that.
Well, that was a good first half. What do we think, boys?
Yeah, but again, the penalty aside, it's again I think soft given to them.
Yeah, that penalty was too soft.
We're a better team. We deserve to be in the lead anyway, but completely dominant. But referee had to make a game of it and got them back into the game. But it is what it is. But yeah, Lottie, again, as I say, it's international football when certain subjects get risen up out of nowhere in the media and everyone jumps on it because it's potentially Arsenal related.
No, but, yeah, do you know what? If you actually read the actual newspaper article, this player is not on international duty. Thomas Partey is in Ghana with one of our physios. He's been pictured with the national team. Use your damn brains.
He played last night.
Well said, Lottie. Well
Exactly.
said. All these people, right?
I think it's also sorry, John. It's also a massive diversion from the fact of what Mason Greenwood did, because there's photographic evidence for that.
That's photographic.
There isn't anything.
We heard it.
And in terms of Thomas Partey, the girl in question on Twitter, her story don't make sense, and that is why women don't get the right justice some need. Exactly, we don't get listened to. It's because of people like that that go on a drunken Twitter rage.
The proper victims. Yeah, literally. This is another thing I didn't get at the time. It was all going off. Like you created an account, and from Friday to Sunday, bam, bam, non-stop. I'm zipping away now, but kept going, kept coming. Then Sunday disappeared. Not seen that account active ever again. Yeah. But I said, at the time, I was like, but if you look at the dates of when these screenshots are actually posting these screenshots, all these conversations she's put up there took place after they got back from their trip where he refused to propose to him, but he didn't want to settle down and be married. It all took place afterwards, and no one picked that up. It's like, oh, because he's accused him. She's got the receipts of saying she accused him.
Yeah, no. Again, it's just one of them things where you need to get the facts in line before you start tweeting your opinion and shaming people.
I'm very careful on that as well, both on the actual thing as you saw this week and even at the time. And even on here, I'm a bit skeptical what I say because I want to be painted either way. But it's at the end of the day, that was like last summer, June, July last year. 10 and a half months later, not one charge has been brought against him. But I'm seeing there's YouTubers out there. Alice Talks Football is one of them. I'm going to name her because she puts it out there every time I go on her stream. So every time I go on, I time it. I'm timing it perfect going on there, and it's straight away. Arsenal fans are pathetic because they back Thomas Partey. Right.
Do you know what? It's as I said to you, Ryan. It's a diversion off Mason Greenwood and how crappy their club is.
Yeah. Officially, Partey's never been officially named by the police. It's all been hearsay as we speak. It's all been hearsay based on what someone's put out there, etc., etc. The player in question, be it Partey or not, has not been charged by the police on 3 counts so far. 10 and a half months later, Mason Greenwood was suspended straight away because photos and a audio recording came out on the girl's actual social media accounts. So Man United had to suspend him because it was out there for the public all to hear and see. They couldn't wait for him to be charged. Whereas obviously this, you've got to wait legally. Like Mendy, like others, you've got to wait.
Yep, I was just about to say, don't forget about Mendy either.
Yeah. Every time this week that someone's brought it up on Twitter or TikTok, I mentioned Neymar, the Neymar situation. If anyone doesn't know, I remind them. A few years back, he was with someone dating them. They broke up, and she accused him of sexual assault, basically. And it looked like he was a goner. He had been caught red-handed, basically. And the only thing that saved him was the fact that his webcam on his laptop recorded that moment, that night, and showed that he actually hadn't done anything. Otherwise, he was done for. But as soon as I mention that, or say to someone, go and look at Neymar, go and look what happened there, they all go quiet.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, no, the issue with that whole thing is, it's, as I always say, it's the victim that just needs to get the help, no matter whether they're telling the truth or not. Because if they're telling the truth, then they need the help, and if they're not telling the truth, then they're hurting others, and they need to know that that's not right. So it's a no matter what. Because in all the cases, if it's a footballer, they're going to get the support they need, whether they did it or not. But the victim, in quotes, depending on whether it's true or not, needs to get the help they need. That's all for me, that's really what I care about, is the victim gets the help that they need, be it because
Very,
they
very
need
true.
it or because they're out there saying things that they shouldn't because they're not truth. It's not the truth. So it kind of goes both ways. So that's kind of how I look at it. Because you saw there's a basketball player did a TikTok with a gun.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, he's in rehab. Right.
Yeah.
So they get all the help they need. So I don't feel like that's where the issues need to be resolved in that case. So yeah, no, it's and as people have said, if it is true, the player's got to go. It's not necessarily it's not open for a discussion after that. It's just bye.
And I've rammed that home as well. If it does turn out that he is the player in question and he does get charged, etc., then the club and we've got to do the right thing and go, out you go, bye-bye. Serve your punishment, do your time. We want nothing to do with you now. But at this moment in time, as we speak, I say this now, in fact, 5 minutes later, as we speak, the player in question, be it party or not, has not been charged of any offence of that nature yet, as we speak. So until then, the club legally as well, because we've got the media going, oh, why hasn't the player been suspended by the club? They can't legally. They can't. Clubs have to wait, and you've got to remember, if it is who has been rumoured to be, Arsenal will be in constant contact with the police over the situation. If there's any inkling of any shred of evidence that backed up these allegations, Arteta wouldn't have anyone near the pitch, let alone on the training field. Wouldn't have him anywhere near the squad at all. We've seen it. We've seen how he approaches other situations with Aubameyang and things like that in terms of bad apples. You don't want them. If there's anything coming back from the police saying it don't look good, we're giving you a heads up, he wouldn't be playing week in, week out when he's available. And like I said, the player in question in the recent reports is meant to be in England, in question, in London. At that time, Partey had already gone to Ghana. We've seen the photos. He arrived in Ghana with a team physio. He then played last night, but no one was, because it's Arsenal, like you say, because it's diverting away from certain other people or how we're doing on the pitch. Other rival fans want to bash us over the head with it. I'm just fucking sick of it. When, like Gary said, at the end of the day, if the allegations are wrong.
I've just watched the replay of the penalty. That was a penalty. Katie handballed it.
So what it is,
I don't think it's the handball though. I think it's definitely she went through she didn't let her land like she was coming down and she went through her.
Ashley Neville could have stopped. Don't even go there with me.
Where's she supposed to do? She's in the air. I'm not trying to back her up, but she's in the air.
Yeah, only a couple inches off the floor. Come on.
She wasn't literally in
the air. Katie was already going down when she was in the air anyway, but it hit her hand, and that's where it's come from.
She went to have the shot. She's like I said, it's a couple inches off the ground. She could have literally moved her body weight to one side. She had plenty of space to move in terms of one way or the other. And she decides,
you can see Katie coming. I'm sorry.
I'll go forward. I'll just go forward and ball into this player and get a penalty.
Yeah, it had to be Katie.
No, I mean, I hear you. I'm just, yeah.
I just think, as I said at the time, I think it's soft. Either way, it's soft.
Yeah.
And the refs have to look for the opportunity to get Tottenham back into to make a competition of the game. And yeah, but hopefully we come out in the second half, we put them back in their place and absolutely obliterate them now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, the score was too close just because we are when we attack, they have no answers. We're just not doing it enough, and then we all kind of lost our way there in that second half. I mean, we lost all control of that ball in the middle of the pitch. It just we could not hold on to it long enough to sustain an attack. So
yeah, we've got Kim in chat as well. Kim RFC 55 Young saying, "Come on, you Gunners! Just finished watching Scotland versus Cyprus, and Scotland won 3-0." So yeah, well done Scotland. Obviously they can do what England can't, keep a clean sheet. Yeah. And again, even Scotland, they've got a better. Steve Clark for Scotland? He's a better manager than Southgate. He knows he'll pick players on merit and all that. But it is what it is. Oh dear. I'll be very vocal today.
It's very vocal every day now, mate.
We'll just wait until he starts getting mobile.
He started listening to Ty. Sorry, Gary.
You know what?
Sorry,
Of all the things I've said to you, I have not been that mean to you at all, ever in your lifetime of knowing me.
You refuse to say my name.
I don't know who you are.
Lottie, this is what I had to put up with at the World Cup.
I'm saying nothing because Gary's going to be unbearable during the Women's World Cup because they're number one in the world, and I am dreading playing them.
Hey, you
So
know
I'm
what?
saying nothing.
You know what?
I'm
We're not
saying
the same number one we're not the same number one as when we had Abby Wambach.
That's according to the latest FIFA rankings. You, Germany, Sweden, us.
We haven't
That's
got. You know what? We don't have that killer. Who's that killer on our side? We don't have that player right now, right?
You telling me that Rapinoe isn't okay? Oh,
yeah, but she's not gonna start. She's not starting, and there's a reason for that. She's getting older, you know.
It's her last World Cup. She's going out with a bang. End of story.
I hear what you're saying, but
she's not.
Yeah, I hope they're saving. Maybe they're saving her for that, but that's not. You know, she hasn't been playing much because she's getting older. You know.
Do you know? Okay, what have you got to say about Brazil's Marta then? She's 37 years old, and she's still going. Yes. And she is a baller.
Yeah, that you putting Marta and Rapinoe on the same level?
No, not necessarily. But you're calling a good player old. That's my point.
But, no, she's getting.
They're not the same level.
They won't play her.
They're still good players.
She's coming off the bench. I'm watching them. I hear what you're saying, but she's coming off the bench for a reason. Nah, you're not getting me on this one, Lottie. You're not getting me on this one.
I couldn't help myself. Caught you. Plan and sinker.
Now you know what the teams that scare me, the teams that have that one player that nobody has an answer for, right? I mean, France has the tall defender on a set piece.
Actually, I want to put something to you boys. France are looking for a new manager for the women's team. Thierry Henry's turned down the job. Will Arsene Wenger take it?
Can't see it. I can't see it.
Too many things going on.
Can't see it personally.
No.
I've got to say that France manager was work. She was just mean. Like, for Wendy Renard to step down from international football because of her, that's saying something.
Yeah, Renard. That's the one that nobody has an answer for in the air. I mean, same thing with Germany, right?
She's like a 6'4" defender. It's just
and you know the ball's coming. You can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
Nobody has an answer. Nobody. So it's
exactly.
That's what the U.S. needs. Somebody like that, where you're like, damn. And no matter what we do, they still have an opportunity to score. No matter what we do, we put three players on her. It doesn't matter.
Wasn't Jürgen Klinsmann linked with the women's job for the USA recently?
I think so. I'm 100% sure.
So are they kicked off on? Oh, Liam's not there. Maybe you can see it, but they're kicking off about.
He's like,
Yeah,
they're
just
off.
come out turn off on my screen.
Yeah, they're in the middle here on my screen. So I think I'm like 30 seconds behind Liam.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Elle's in the
Leslie. How are we doing? Yeah, and I tell you what, Leslie's been really, really good to us as well.
Yeah.
As a mod, and she is excellent. She's fantastic. Yes, Leslie. Yes.
Yeah.
I could actually share the stream, but
Yeah.
I think people will be too busy this afternoon. But Leslie, but cover. Thanks.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh God.
Unless you will not be a gooner. Not be a gooner.
One more minute.
Tom wants to make it a 6 in the chat. He says, Ryan, when I get home,
You know
can I
what?
come
You
on
know
set?"
what? You know what? I'm gonna have to give that a big negative. The man came on and has been like on me the whole time, and now he wants to come join me. Nah.
Is this commentator serious? He's just called Arsenal fragile. Are you serious? We dominated this game. What are you talking about? Talking nonsense.
No, what it is. No, what it is, right? I mean, right, Newcastle Lasses, right? I mean, like Macy said, they'll be getting engaged to 28,000 as well.
Yeah.
Right, which is fantastic.
Why are we not taking shots in the box? Come on. Sorry, there's lots of touches in the box and nobody's scoring. Nobody's taking a shot.
That's what we need to do with Newcastle United as well. Take some shots at goal, take some shots outside the box. I mean, Bruno's trying.
Actually, I've got to ask you first off. I've got to ask you about Isaac. Obviously, he's come in. It started off well, got the injury, come back, and now after a run of games, it looks like he's becoming your main guy again, and obviously he's scoring the goals.
Okay. Then.
You know what it is, right, Isak. Well, I've always said that. I've always rated Isak, right? When it's a social lad. Let's be real, right? I mean, this guy. People say that he's a bit skinny on the skinny side, 6'4", but he scored 22 goals. So she's had a couple of seasons again, but he had an injury hit season after that. But when we paid 63 million quid for the guy, I'm thinking, wow, you know what? I mean, I think it's worth every penny, this guy, because he's a release clause in there, 63 mil. Newcastle came in and paid for it. We needed a striker coming in, and there he is. And now he's doing the business for us, you know what I mean? But Leslie rates him because that guy is going to be something. That guy's going to be something special in a couple of years' time. I still want Osman though at Napoli.
If you get Osman, Jesus Christ, next season, bloody hell, him and Isaac.
That will be a title. That'll be a title challenge. That for me, I'm not going to say finish top 4. I say go for the title. I say fight for the title.
Yeah.
Do you think, Lottie?
The next step, yeah. He's like, no. We want our title.
I think the second half is going to really irritate him because they're all doubling up on the wingers and centre forward. They're even tripling up on Kane Ford. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh, what's 3-1?
If it tapped the knee, the shin, or something is going in. Just missed it. Oh.
But no, I think if Newcastle if Newcastle do go and get top 4, which I think there's every chance they will, because the teams they've got to play and all that, and Liverpool. Well, I think what goes to Newcastle's favour, Liverpool their first week back got City, Chelsea should win, but you never know.
I know.
And then they've got us on the Sunday in their first week back next week.
I think you beat Man City. I really do think this is your time to beat Man City. The Etihad. I think you'll do it.
From the Newcastle perspective, in terms of Liverpool, because Liverpool got them 3 games straight, like literally the first week back, I think that benefits Newcastle even more. And obviously, assuming you do get top 4 this season, there's every chance you can go out and get someone like Tottenham and all that to not only improve your score, but then kick on for next season. Because being in Champions League is one thing, but then the objective would be, okay, we're in the Champions League, not just maintain that top 4 spot, but push for the title.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I totally agree there. I mean, it's of utmost importance, right? We're 5 points from Liverpool. We have got to win as much games as possible, right? We've got 2 games down over Tottenham. It's in our hands. We have got to win those games in hand, which is home of Brighton, away to West Ham. That is tough. That is really tough. Brighton's had a fantastic season.
Stay with Alonso. Safe.
And West Ham's down there. And I'll tell you something now. Big up to you, Ches, and Leslie as well. Big up to you too. And I'll tell you what it is, right? I mean, if we win, we've got 12 games left, I think. We win 80% of those games, I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Yeah. And going back to about getting another striker in, I'd love to be Osman. If you get Osman, then I tell you something. To me, that is going to be a tighter challenge next season. Are we going to pay 120 mil for a guy who's been fantastic for Napoli?
Oh, Frida.
Right? It's going to be.
That wasn't a bad shot.
Callum Wilson is not the answer. Callum Wilson, I love him, but next season is not the answer.
No, I think he's before the World Cup. He was on it. Obviously, the form we've all known him for, but since the World Cup, he just hasn't. And yeah, I think it's time to have that evolve, that move on now from Wilson, that caliber to the next level, and to push on to where you want to go to.
Yeah. It's down to Eddie Howe. We got cracking ownerships, right? We've got cracking ownerships, right? You know, and they've been fantastic to us, by the way. Excuse me. This is going to be. We are going to compete. We're going to get new sponsorship in the summer.
Again, come on.
Sorry, like
that was not that good.
No, it's fine. Just too into it now.
I'm just kind of tuning you guys out. We've had like 4 shots in the last minute. They've either gone wide or over the bar. Or Caitlin Ford's just not being quick enough onto it.
Yeah.
And now Turner's kind of... She hit her head? Hang on. Turn. Why is she grabbing her head? Didn't even touch her. Oh. She's absolutely
Called time wasted.
Yeah, I know it's called time wasting, but like the commentators are going, oh, he's put her body on the line. It's like, she wasn't touched. What are you talking about?
Again, Sky commentators, let's be honest. I've said this before, but Neville and Carragher and all that, they're not all there. So what do we expect when it comes to commentators for the
Oh no, don't even go there. They called Russo something else the other day, and I was like, come on, put respect to her name. She's European champion.
Yeah.
It's just, it's ridiculous.
How do you think that's going to go, Lottie, in the summer of Russo? In terms of United or...
Well, Ella Toon put the goodbye tweet out. She's coming. I don't care what anyone says. She's on her way to the Arsenal.
If we get Russo, oh my God.
Oh, I know that. But the thing is, with Russo, she wants Champions League football. Man United think they're ready for that. They're going out and they're not even going to make the group stages. I don't care what anyone says. They're not ready. Like, we get to quarterfinals and go out on a routine thing. But like...
At least we qualified for it.
They're not. Yeah, I know, but they're not ready. I don't think they're ready for it. I'll be honest with you. I just don't feel they're ready. I've watched them enough to know. I don't think they're ready.
Domestically, they're caught up, but yeah.
Oh yeah, international, but European, no chance.
They haven't got the know-how.
And I don't think they'll be able to cope with that level of games. Oh, Stina, come on.
Even historically, and again, getting into the Champions League's one thing. Even if they, assuming they come, say they come third in the league, they've then got to do a cup top 2 playoff rounds. Then the group stage, and the group stage are not easy games. I mean, last year we had Barcelona, the European who were the European champions last season, and a couple of I can't remember now. There were 2 games, but then this year we've had European champions Lyon, Juventus managed by our old manager, and then Zurich, and then we've got Bayern Munich this round. And then potentially Barca again or Wolfsburg in the semi-final. They're not easy games. There's no easy game in this.
No, isn't. It isn't. That's why it's for the elite. It's the best of the best. Like, yes, we get to the quarterfinals, but if you look at the football that Wolfsburg, PSG, and Lyon play, well, Lyon are slowly fading out, but Barcelona, for example, it's just beautiful football. I don't like it when it's against us, but I enjoy it either way.
You got to respect it. You got to respect it. You got to respect it. 100%. Lottie. Got to respect it.
I mean, the Champions League, like last year, I followed it right through to the end, and I'll be watching it even if the Arsenal go. Hopefully they won't. Even if we do go out, I'll be following it to the end because absolutely some beautiful football. I mean, the El Clasico for the women's completely changed everything over in Spain for the women's. Complete sellout. The final was a sellout for Champions League. It was just brilliant to see. Like, and you even had like the first team men's players like turning up and watching the game themselves. Well, that was clever, Corpella. Straight to Caitlin Ford. Brilliant ball. Brilliant ball. Come on, Kimmy, let's go.
Wow.
Crossing the box. No.
Of course.
Send it out.
Again, in terms of the women's game and all that, Arsenal have pedigree. We have a pedigree in European game. We won it 2007.
Only team in the country. Don't forget that.
Oh,
Only English team in the country.
What?
I don't know. The media haven't really caught up with that one. But just to rum it home, though, if anyone that doesn't know, Arsenal decided to advertise it outside their stadium now.
That is the best mural. I don't care what anyone says. Like, as soon as I come out of holiday, it's the first thing I see, and I love it. Just puts a warm smile on my face. Although I'm going to watch boys at the ground, it's on there. Yeah. I think the second mural with the likes of Rachel Yankee and Alex Scott on the back, names on the back of the shirts, has gone up as well this weekend, which is brilliant. Yeah. It's not necessarily their faces; it's the backs of shirts. Yeah, so you got the likes of Perez walking around, like Rachel Yankee. I haven't seen. I've only seen half of that. It's the only half I've seen. I don't know what's on the other half.
Yeah. There's 2 spaces still to go, wasn't there? So
yeah. You forget how many of those that are on the ground.
Does all you guys watch I mean, I've got to be careful. I say Football Terrace. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh yeah. I'll watch that. I personally do. Yeah.
Do you watch it or you don't?
I'm either watching Arsenal Fans Forever. I'm over this podcast or yours, John. That's where I'm at. That's my main 3. So, very rarely get to jump on Liam's lives, but I've always got them playing back.
Cool.
Actually, I did manage to catch the last one because G reminded me. So
there's a certain podcaster on there as well. Not mentioning his name, man, Lottie. A certain podcaster goes on there as well.
No, Ryan.
I'm letting them talk first, and then.
Ryan, no.
No.
Oh.
Go on.
No, I'm not going to mention the name. Nah,
This guy hates me.
Does he live in Spain?
Yeah.
Just say he lives in Spain. We know you're on about.
There you go. Yeah. At least a shot.
Ryan's best mate.
Oh dear, she's a little bit upset. It's not your ball, it's our ball. Get out of it.
Bobby.
She just told the lineswoman to fuck off. Brilliant. No card.
Anyway.
No.
Your
I'm telling you, no. You're going to do it anyways. I don't even know. Why am I coming on? I thought I had friends on here.
I have no choice. He's there.
It's got Lottie and John on here. Waiting. And they have... Come on. This guy.
What? Have I missed something? Sorry, I'm too busy watching the game. What's going on? What's with the dramatics?
Tom wants to join
us. Leah, come on. You should be getting that. Go on, Kimmy. In the middle. Straight into Ryan. That was a nice shot from Kimmy Little.
This is about to become the show about Leeds United beating Wolves last week.
Did you know we beat Wolves? Did you know that?
No, nobody even knows what you're talking about. We talk proper.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Here.
I'm watching the Arsenal women. I've actually got 2 sets of headphones in, so thanks for letting me know. Come on. I've got the commentary and Sky on one ear, and I've got you guys on the other. So.
So who's playing?
Tom's wisdom. That's when you know you've got people. That people just don't get what wisdom is. They've used the word too many times now. Tom's wisdom. Yeah.
Oh, come on, ref.
Got the free kick.
How is this woman not got a card yet? She swore at the linesman and the referee. Twice.
Not wearing an Arsenal shirt.
To be fair, Palova did lose her footing, I should say.
Do you know what it is, right? I mean, I'm going to say this now, right? There's a guy who comes to me channel called Mason, right? I'm going to say it, called Mason, right? And this guy keeps on saying that I'm a red. No, I'm not a flipping red. Every time, right? I goes and say, thanks, Kaz, lovely, blah, blah, because all it is, she does like a jokey thing about Liverpool fans. So always says thanks because she gets in a group as well, which is cool. And all the Newcastle fans, right, saying that, oh, John's a red. No, I'm not a red. And to be honest with you guys, right? Mason.
Oh, that's a free kick was watching. Sorry, you're gone. Go on, John.
He keeps saying that.
Right. Please just ignore me. I am listening, but I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying that firstly, like people think I'm a United fan. No, I'm not a United fan, right? Never been a United fan, right? I mean, at the end of the day, right? People see because I've got Man U friends, I've got Man U mates like online, right? You know, I chat to, but Newcastle fans despise Man United. I get that. We know that, yeah. But at the end of the day, right? But to keep calling me a red ain't on at all. Not on at all.
No.
I know they think it's banter. I'm black and white all the way through, right? And I would never ever support that club. No way. It's just not going to happen. I love football. I'm a football fan. So I was a Newcastle fan first, obviously, and a football fan second. And I love football with passion. And I love chatting about different leagues and European football as well. And I do love Italian football, as you know. And hey ho.
Oh, exactly. And got Chaz in the chat saying Johnny's black and white is as black and white as they come in terms of Newcastle. He's just a lover of football, regardless of who's playing, and that is exactly you can't.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on
beautiful nutmeg.
I've been on an Arsenal podcast there. I think it was beginning of January, right? Where we played Arsenal back in Jan, right? And it was an Arsenal podcast. I can't remember who they were, but I was there. It was a foursome. 4 of us, right, including me, and they said that I'm a breath of fresh air on their channel.
No, because you don't have any bias towards it. Obviously, as you say, you are a Newcastle fan, so you will talk from the Newcastle perspective, but also you will give credit where it's due to whoever. Basically, you're not just gonna because I'm a fan of a certain club. I refuse to give credit to.
I'll never give credit to Manchester United. Fuck them.
You're a Leeds fan, though. That's different.
Exactly. And you know what it is? One thing I'm going to say now, right? I hope not just beat United, slash them. And this is another thing, guys. They don't like Newcastle fans calling Man United. They hate that. But I still say that, whether they like it or not. Because you heard podcasts that says United. You heard BBC, BBC ITV says United.
Yeah.
All the time. So what does that makes, man? Come on, man.
Well, the build up to the cup final was in a few weeks ago was Man United versus Newcastle. Newcastle United part of Newcastle's name wasn't mentioned at all. It's mainly associated with them.
Yeah.
You have to correct people. People have got to learn. They're not the only team that go by that name.
This is the worst thing I should have done, mentioning Man United with a Leeds fan in the stream now.
No,
Raffaelli and Greenwater coming on, Ryan.
Raffaelli and who?
About them.
Greenwater.
Greenwater.
Laura.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's
So they're warming up, ready to come on.
Yeah,
that'd be
even this game too. This game is too close. It shouldn't even be this close.
Yeah.
You know, Nagelsmann, just quickly. So Nagelsmann got sacked by Bayern Munich, right?
Yeah,
Penalty, guys. Penalty.
Two.
Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, there's a penalty, right? There you go.
Oh,
Tottenham, is it?
There's a penalty. That's a penalty all day long. Well done, Katie. Fucking hell, that's got to be a card as well. Bloody hell.
Who's penalty to Tottenham?
Arsenal. Kate McCabe just got taken out in the follow-up.
Oh,
here we go. Ball comes in. And
That's
that's got to be a booking at least. But
I mean, she like grabbed her and everything. I don't know what. The other one was like just an incidental almost.
Oh, that's a penalty all day long. You can't argue that. People
literally runs towards her, takes her out, pushes her over, and then goes, "What, ref? That was more of a penalty. Call me biased, but that's more of a penalty than their penalty. Come on, Kim. Come on, Kim.
I'm not telling you what happens. I'll let you watch it.
All day long.
I'll let you watch it.
Do you know what? That player's been irritating me all game. She's just irritating me. I don't even know what her name is. She's that irrelevant. But she's irritating me.
Lottie. Y'all irritate me.
It's just because they got Tottenham shirt on. It's Turner. It's the one that swore the ref.
I don't even say that name.
Hasn't
That's
got a card.
That team to me. Very nice. Top winner. Easy. Sorry, did I say it out loud?
Oh, you know it's going in. It's Kimmy Little. Come on.
You
No,
said
it's
that
going in.
before. Oh, what a
I'm
top
not as good
beans,
as
what a
Liam. Liam
penalty.
held back.
Come on. Top beans, what a
Just
penalty.
watch it for Ryan, guys.
That'll be a real crush for
Like,
that
do you know
team.
what? Kimmy just steps up to that spot and you know it's going in. It's no worries. It's calm. It's cool. That's our captain. It's my captain right there. I love her penalties. The worst one I've ever watched was in that final. That was the worst one I've ever watched. 'Cause it took too long. Here we go.
It's coming up. That's a penalty and a half there. That's
Yeah.
a penalty and a half there.
Yeah, all day long. I'm surprised it was an Ashton Neville that gave it away, to be fair.
That's our captain.
That's game, set, match, I think. 25 minutes to go.
All right, bottom left. Go on. Oh, top bins. Left, straight over Corpella's head. Beautiful.
All right, we need
Absolutely beautiful.
Two more, and I'll feel
What a
happy.
penalty that was.
Do you know
Hits
what?
it
And
hard
this
and
is
bang
why
it.
she has Dennis Bergkamp's song. This is why. That is her new song. Yeah, it got Kimmy away, but her song is the same as Dennis Bergkamp's. There's a reason for it.
It's Tottenham doing really badly this season.
Well, this is their 10th. Well, apart from last week, it's their 10th loss
Yeah.
since
Lost it.
October. They've got their
10
first win since
11.
October against Leicester City. They're going
I know
down.
they
So
sacked the manager. But
yeah, well, after nine losses on the bounce, I'm not surprised.
Kit Graham's just come on for them lot as well.
how comes only one team's getting relegated?
Because
That's
there's
'cause
only 12. There's 12 teams in the
Yeah,
league.
there's
Is it
only
12?
12
It's
teams in-
12.
Yeah,
I thought
12.
they used to relegate 2 teams though.
No, once they went
No.
prefer.
They're applying that to the championship and below at the moment for next
Okay.
season. So next season, if Newcastle do well, they could be coming up.
Yes.
Yes. There going, and then a smile come up on his face.
Yes.
But if you close that 4-point gap, you never know. You might actually get to come up in championship.
Cool. Spurs
2-3
on the right-hand
seasons, I
side.
do reckon we'll be seeing you guys.
Yes. That's the case. I might even come down to it as well. I might come to Emirates Newcastle. That's his
Guess
play.
what's that?
I'll be there, like, if you want to come.
Oh no, definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously I've done Newcastle away for the boys, but I'd love the girls to stay up there. Be interesting to see where you put the fans, because from what I'm hearing from Munich, that the Arsenal fans weren't put in the usual spot for the away fans. They were just shoved upstairs.
Newcastle just got absolutely mullered.
Can you believe our centre backs are both captains of their country?
Finally, a yellow card
Love
comes
it.
out. I think
Just quickly, guys. There's under 18 games.
Oh,
Newcastle
Jesus
Sunderland got
Christ.
absolutely muppet.
Yeah.
she just left their leg there, knowing exactly what's going to happen.
Just want to shout
Where
out
did
Jules as
they
well. One of
play the Bayern game?
Allianz.
On Wednesday.
Allianz Arena.
Oh, they played it in there. Oh,
And yeah, because we need the VAR for the
Oh,
Champions League,
4-1.
because that's what it was.
Very
There we
nice.
go.
Deserved that after that.
Haven't got that
penalty.
goal. Haven't got there yet. Haven't got there yet. Not there yet.
Fold again.
Don't tell me who scored.
Oh, that's a poor one there.
Don't tell
That's
me,
a
I'm not
poor
listening.
tackle there. She's in the book for that.
I'm just celebrating anyway until I get the goal.
That's a poor one.
Keep going. Keep going, Ryan. Not yet.
Wow.
Keep going.
Yes, Jules.
I've just got to the Leah Williamson foul and the yellow.
Oh, you're way off. Bloody hell.
Here comes the
Yeah.
cross. Nope.
No, Pavlova, come
Here
on.
comes the cross. Oh no, you're in trouble, goalkeeper.
That was the yellow all day long.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
laughing at that
Okay.
team.
Lottie, that's a poor one there, man.
She's had a bit of a howler, that Neville, isn't she?
That was a terrible.
She always
terrible.
has a howler. What are you talking about? You're talking
She's had an
nonsense. She
absolute
always has a
howler.
howler.
She had one which gets
Always.
up in the morning and
That's what I'm
goes,
doing.
"Yep, I'm sticking with that haircut."
Just look at the score there.
Yeah, big shout out to Jules and a few of the others that come over from John's channel.
Comes in.
Oh, hi, Jules.
Just look at Arsenal score there. Oh my days, poor defender. That's 4-1.
There we go.
Poor
There we go.
defender there.
Hang
by
on.
Tottenham.
Hang on, I'm
Look at
not there. I'm not there. Not there.
Lola,
Not
what
there.
are you doing? Speed up the gerbils. Come on.
I need to reboot the Sky up, or I need to switch to the FA player. And in we go, forward. Woo! Off the crossbar.
The referee was.
There you go. Need 2 more. I need 2 more 5-goal win.
Yeah,
against
the
this
better the
team.
goal difference, the higher
coming,
we get
it's
to keep
coming.
our points.
Spurs has gone home.
I tell you, that's poor. She
They're-
tried to head it away, and it fell nicely to just
They've
puts it in the
thrown
back.
this
Oh,
away.
what attempt that header was that? Poor.
That was nice.
Nice finish. But the defense.
I gotta say, I'm so glad we brought Pell over. She's absolutely brilliant.
You know, and that's
I
the
just
thing.
enjoy watching her play, as long as she's not playing against us, because the tackle in the qualifiers, that was disgusting.
That's the thing.
There's
That
only a
Arsenal,
faulty one, Ryan.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing that
Yeah.
Arsenal's
That was
done.
disgusting.
The thing that Arsenal has done this year is they brought the floor up. They always had top players, but the floor that when they went to the bench, like
Yeah.
think about it, you lost 2 of your top defenders early in the season. Now you're losing 2 of your top attackers, and you're still able to maintain somewhat, right? We haven't. The distance isn't that big, but like in past seasons, you couldn't go.
I love
we
it.
couldn't go to
I'm
our
currently hearing. Sorry, Gary. I'm currently hearing Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. In my this year. I'm loving it. The Arsenal fans have been singing for a solid 70 minutes, and I'm loving every moment of it.
And there you go,
guys.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the
I love
local
that.
press. I was looking at the local paper. Stan Collymore, right, said that Newcastle should go out and get Julian Nagelsmann right now. He just got sacked to Bayern Munich. This is what he says, right? Now Nagelsmann is said to become available. He can go to Newcastle. Collymore said, if Bayern Munich can get rid of Julian Nagelsmann, who is at the club competing for the Bundesliga title and was beaten in Europe, then Newcastle can definitely part ways with Eddie Howe.
What, you could get him as the kit man or something? Because why would you get rid of Eddie Howe? Right now?
Exactly. I don't get it.
Yeah, but say that.
Yeah, but Stan Collymore is an idiot. Sorry if you're seeing this, Stan, but you know you are, because you must read the things.
You can't come out and say that.
I don't apologise.
Tom, he's going to see this one. I'll clip this up now and tag him in it on Twitter. I'll make sure.
That's what you know. What Ryan has got. He's got a trigger. He's going to trigger anybody he can.
Well, not
He's
that.
trolling and everything. Just
I've
put it
met-
on there.
A few years ago, when they're doing the charity match at Grenfell at QPR, I met him. He's so arrogant. So arrogant. So
Who's
I
that?
have no time for people like that.
Is that Stan?
Stan Collymore.
Stan Collymore.
The thing is, right, I'm not being funny, right? I've been blocked on that because I said something, right? And I got blocked. Didn't reply back, he just blocked us, right? And I'm thinking, what have I done wrong? I'm just having an opinion, like everybody else. But at the end of the day, right?
Yes, I
it's
am,
right for them.
Leslie. Completely.
They gives it, but they can't take it back. But Stan Collymore, I'm sorry, Eddie Howe's our manager. Forget about Julian Nagelsmann. He's going to take a year out of the game. That is it. We got Eddie. I'm happy.
And again,
Nagelsmann will be Tottenham manager. Tottenham are going to go for him.
they'll go
You
for
know
him.
they
But
are.
I tell you what, though, if I was
Say that.
Nagelsmann, I say stay well away from that Tottenham job, because don't forget
Oh,
Spurs.
no,
had
I'll
two-
take it.
Oh,
I hate Tottenham, but I'll take their job because you get a nice payout in 8 months when you get sacked. So
Exactly.
why would you not take it?
there's
It's
no-
like,
thing is-
I can put it another way. Why do people still apply for the Watford job? Because
Exactly.
you're going to
For the
get a
money.
nice
Yeah.
payout before Christmas.
Exactly. I'm going to ask for a 4-year deal, right? 4-year deal. And if you sack stuff
Well,
6
if
months...
any of you boys want to take the Tottenham women job, it is available currently. Vicky Jepson's got.
I'm not.
Oh, come on, we don't score from that?
Job at the moment.
How do you not score from that? I can understand why Liam was like, oh.
So sooner or later, both jobs are going to be vacant unless they fill it before the end of the season.
Oh, that touch is just poor, so poor.
I can't see Nagelsmann going there.
I like this. It should be 5.
we had another chance after as well. Oh, that's a great save for the keeper.
To be fair, no one saw Conte go in there until he did.
Oh, yeah, he
And
went there
then
for
you
the
could
money. let's be
instant
honest.
regret, by the way. You could tell. You could tell as soon as he did his first press conference, he was like, "Yeah, the first paycheck has rolled in, but I don't know if it's worth it."
You know, he didn't see the Alexis interview where day one he knew leaving Arsenal was the worst thing he could have done in his career.
Go on, Stina.
You know.
No. Oh, Stina, no!
Yeah, exactly. That's what I saw too.
There's another.
Oh,
Lottie,
here we go.
There's another one coming.
Oh, that's 5.
Thing is, she's
Wait till you see this goal. Fuck my life.
Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham
Let's see how
get
long.
battered
Let's see how long
everywhere
Varane can
they
celebrate
go.
before I get to the goal. Let's see.
Everywhere they go.
Do you want me to go first? Can I go first? What about
Oh,
You're going to go first, didn't you?
Yeah, got Katie McCabe in the corner in a minute.
me? Oh, no, you got to wait a little bit. I'm not
No,
there yet.
it's fine.
Oh,
That's
no,
fine.
I said what a goal. It's actually a deflection.
Don't you think you should
It
let
all
Tottenham
counts.
get
There
a
it goes
few
on our
goals
goal
to
difference.
make it interesting?
Oh, Caitlin.
There we
like
go.
A certain team.
Oh, we're taking it. We're taking it.
cracking safe, by
We're
the
You
way.
taking
sure
it.
that was a deflection straight away?
You know, no. Until you said it, because
No.
I was like,
Oh, what?
there's-
I
how in the
couldn't tell it was
world?
deflection.
How in the world did she take that shot? Because it
Yeah.
just died.
Just went,
The ball just died in the air. It's like somebody just shot it out of the sky. It's like boom.
what's that sport? What was that sport in the Olympics with the was it, shot put?
Yeah.
Paul.
That's what it looked. That's what it looked like. You're gonna see it. You're gonna go.
On the break, yeah, it's gone.
Shooting,
Guys.
isn't it?
Oh my word! What
Do you know
a
what? Be honest
finish!
with you, I thought you were clay pigeon shooting there, Ryan.
What a finish!
Yeah, that's it.
I was going to say shot put. You got to hold it and then spin around and then throw it.
What a finish!
Yeah.
I tell you what, though. That's
Oh,
a
we need
sick goal,
one
that's a
more
sick
goal to
goal.
get.
Oh
stuck into
my
the
god!
table.
What a goal!
So we
Sick
need
Oh
one. We need
my
to score.
god! Freedom
we need-
on him! Oh my days!
Sick.
That was Blackstenius.
Was it Stina? They look
Oh,
like
Yeah,
no.
Stenius. Wasn't
That
it?
was Frida.
It's Frida.
They just
Frida
showed.
Leonardson Marnham. Put
Oh,
respect to
my
that
bad.
girl's name.
I read that
Oh.
wrong.
That's a deflection of a hit, right?
I don't want to hear Marnham. It's Leonardson Marnham.
That's a lot of words there.
That's
Take a
2
deflection,
words.
that goal, man.
It's 2 words.
I know it's a
Put
lot for
respect to
me.
My
What a
Norwegian,
finish.
my second favorite Norwegian's name. Woo!
Uh,
Ryan, you spelt her name wrong there, mate.
What are you doing?
It's not even coming on my screen. It's not even coming up properly.
Double A, not double M. Leonardson Marnham. Oh god, she's been needing a goal for a long time. Now she needs to take this goal thing into the Emirates on Wednesday night. If you haven't still got your ticket, get your ticket. They're £8. The whole of the lower tiers nearly open, apart from the clock end. Get your butts down to the Emirates for £8. Champions League football. Bayern Munich. Oh my
This is-
god!
this is
Hey,
what I-
Gio's on. Gio. I love Gio. She's so raw and so talented, but it's unbelievable she's been left out of the Champions League squad, though. Unbelievable. But I
would
get
go,
it.
But I'm washing my hair that night.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to enjoy myself. Me and my flags are going down, so we're good.
Oh.
Nah, I got work really, so wouldn't be able to go. if I wanted
Jack
to.
Stone in the chat says I'm so effing happy. Arsenal
Oh,
made
bit the
league
bar.
first. It's one guy.
Oh. I think that might be your mate Gio.
Look, this is what I was saying the other night on my other stream for the first leg lottery. At the end of it, I was saying this game itself was perfect for us in terms of come here, get a few goals, get the confidence up, and go out on Wednesday full of confidence, knowing we can put the ball in the net, and see what happens on Wednesday. Then, that confidence with us.
Have you got to play Chelsea yet in the league?
One more
You know,
time.
one more time away.
Yeah.
And you need to win. You need to win that. Jesus.
Well, we've got to go.
Oh, no. Emma Hayes will be out for revenge. We've nicked a trophy off her, so she's not very happy with us at the moment.
Oh no,
They've got game in hand on
we
it.
don't like we don't win enough. Compared to them, we don't win enough. Apparently, that's why we won it.
Oh, whatever. I don't. Do you know what? I don't really care.
I was like,
Do you know what? She was having a moment of Kevin and Perry where Kevin had a strop.
yeah.
So that is what she is. That's how I see her. If you guys have seen Kevin and Perry go large, you'll know what I mean. A Kevin strop. That is what she is when she don't win.
It had big. We didn't lose. They didn't win. We lost. Kind of energy to it.
Yeah, it was.
How many times do you need to change your right back in a game?
And it didn't work at all.
How many times?
Oh,
Oof.
what a save! What a
Off the
save! What a
crossbar.
save!
We
What a
did it
save.
once last
Come
week
on,
and
Gio.
scored 20 seconds later. So it worked
still
one
cough.
time. Leeds did it. Just saying. We
Second
don't change the
touch
left
of the
back ever
ball.
because Furpo's amazing. But you know,
Oh, for God's sake!
You know what? He can't speak every hour. He has to say that name, or else
new
things bad
chant for Gio, Ryan. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say Gio, Gio. Brilliant. He's asking it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. You can just hear the stand after a second touch on the ball, the shot of the goal.
Holy 1995.
Did any of you guys, yes, I don't know if you're old enough to remember World of Sport.
Yep.
Yeah.
The great late Dickie Davis, man. Oh, rest his soul, man. That guy was absolutely brilliant, man. He's watching every single Saturday World of Sport, right? That guy, he is absolutely brilliant, entertaining as well. Sad to lose him. 2 months. We lost him for about 2 months now. So sad to hear him passing away, but it's worth checking it out, peeps. He is brilliant. Sad, man.
Yeah, died in February.
Fika comes in and the keeper punches it out of the way.
Got no corner there. Go Kate in the cave.
Man, we need. This should have been 7 goals. Should have easily been 7 goals. This.
Gary, you saying you want a rugby scoreline?
Yes, please.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean this. Yeah, it's good that we're getting the misses out, but we're gonna need we need them to go in midweek.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Jodie Taylor and Cool.
Yeah.
Molecule, I should say.
Ooh.
So that'd be Stina coming off then, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming that Leah Volt is going to come off. Or Freedom Arnhem.
Madam's gone on, I think.
We did.
I think it was Madam.
I'm not that far ahead yet. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I'm on 81 minutes 21.
Brilliant.
I've just got to Lotta's miss, so yeah, I'm still behind. Lotta.
Bayern sacked him. He found out on social media, but he still had to go in to work to officially be sacked. Then he ended his relationship with his partner. Then he got linked to the Spurs job. Has anyone ever had a worse 24 hours than Julian Nagelsmann?
Oh, man.
There is no way, if I'm his agent, he's going to that team for under 20 mil a year.
Do you know Chelsea paid 20 million for Potter? It came out in the Brighton's accounts that they received 20 million for Chelsea.
Compensation, because of his contract.
Yeah, it's the biggest compensation ever for a manager, apparently. That's why they're not sacking him.
They won't sack him.
There you go, yeah.
They won't sack him. They won't sack him. They won't sack him. There's no way. Because they know what it is, right? They know what it is, right? They won't sack Potter. It's a safe face. It's a safe face.
Yeah.
31 million is a hell of a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? And they won't do that, Chelsea. They will not. So Chelsea will have to. I've thought this over, but Chelsea fans have to put up with him. Do you know what I mean? They have to put up with Potter next season. Do you know what I mean? Get on with it. Do you know?
Yeah. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up.
They'll only sack him. He'll only ever get sacked if by November of next season, if they're not in the top 4, then his job will be in trouble. But generally, he will, no matter what happens, he's surviving this season.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys? I believe Potter is a good manager, and they either need if they're gonna bring him in, they just need to stick with him through this bad time because they created the mess more than he's just. I don't think he's ready for it.
Oh yeah, no.
But like in general, I think this isn't a fix for today. This is a fix for tomorrow if Chelsea's doing it right. This is the same thing for me than that team when they brought Nuno in. Nuno wasn't going to fix them in 1 year. And until he got his hooks in there and they got rid of, Kane and Son, it wasn't going to work. Right?
This is a story I need to know.
So,
yeah, this is something that he's a bit more juice to the bone here.
I need the context.
John, careful said they definitely wants that Potter. Remember you threw that donation instance. Fingers Jules, right? I mean, I respect your decision. You know that, right? I'll tell you what happened about that last year. But at the end of the day, Potter's got a 5.5-year contract, right? And if they sack him, right, like the guy at the bottom said, it's going to cost him, 31 million quid.
On,
and I think they're just saving face. I do not think Chelsea are going to pay 31 million quid to sack Potter. It'd be a world record to get rid. Do you know what I mean? But, I mean, Julian Nagelsmann, right, is available.
Oh,
As we
no.
all know. So
she looks in a
Gio's in a
right
lot
bad
of
way
plays.
as
She's
well.
on the floor. She's sitting on the floor crying that
hold on
she's
a
out.
minute. She's
That's
done.
her season done.
Doesn't
Yeah.
look good.
Oh, go on,
She's literally
Bexley.
she's hit the other player hip first. She's sitting on the floor, sitting there
Oh, it's
crying.
really looked out. Oh, bloody hell.
She's gonna have to come off.
Straight face.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
This is John and missing buddy.
Oh no, she is. I love Jules, by the way. Big up Jules, by the way. And I tell you what, she is an honest Toon fan. She is absolutely lovely. She puts us right, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, she puts us correct. And big up. Last year, right, guys, if those didn't know, I said Sven Botman was going to go to AC Milan. I was adamant he's going to go to AC Milan because Champions League football as well is on offer. But Milan's supposed to have a takeover. And the thing is, they didn't get a takeover at the time because they didn't get there quick enough. You know what I mean? So Newcastle came in for him. Just like we've done with Bruno Guimaraes. We've got the guy. And when he came, he never looked back. Sven Botman loves Newcastle, by the way. He loves the football club, right? He's ambitious. And if we get Champions League, the world's an oyster, by the way. Let's be real. Yeah. If we don't get it this season, we'll get it next season. But I think we'll get it this season, peeps. I really do. And if you're in Group D, guys, if you're in the pot 4 of Group D, if we have to face like Real Madrid, Inter Milan, it was a Shakhtar Donetsk or Newcastle. Cool. I take it.
Even Napoli, you could get Napoli if they win their league. They're in the Champions pot.
I take. But they're changing it, aren't they? In 2 years' time, they're changing the Champions League. It's going to be a league. It's going to be an actual league.
Well,
what's that? What's the league, mate? What's the league?
No, as in the
Champions League will be a league. Yeah, it'll be all one table. The top 8 will qualify for the second round, and the 16 after it will have to play off against each other to get to the second round. Yeah. It basically is more matches and more money for everyone, basically. Ultimately, what it's designed for.
So basically, you're guaranteed, like, for example, the Barca, like the El Clasico in the Champions League, basically, you're guaranteed that because it's literally all in one league. As you said, X amount of qualifiers straight away, then you've got playoffs with the other set, and then, So you're guaranteed.
Right, we're down to 10 players now, guys.
They will see it.
Gio's gone off injured. We've used all our subs.
Was it a knee?
Basically, but she ran onto the Spurs player. She caught her hip and her leg. She was down on the floor. She was bawling her eyes out, and she just limped off.
Might be a dead leg.
This just shows you how shit they are, right? Second half, we've had 16 shots. They've had 0.
Oh, God.
I think that's all game.
16 shots, they're 0.
I had to look twice then. I thought that was Manuela Bucci. She's not allowed to play today. It's someone else. Bloody hell.
Why can't she play today?
Because she's on loan from Arsenal. She's not allowed to play.
We didn't set her. We just loaned her out.
Oh, you know what? I thought she was on our side still.
No. We've loaned her out to Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay.
Thankfully,
we don't like her. We don't like her. Why do we hate her so much?
She's one of ours. I don't.
No, I know. Why do we hate her though? We
it's the same. No. I just who's just come on, the blonde girl. I saw her face before I saw her hair, and I had to look twice to see who it was. So, but Manuela Bucci would have been the difference in this game for them. I feel. If she could play, but she can't. So
Gary, the only person that doesn't like Iwabuchi is Jonas for some reason. Don't know why. Not going to get into it, but yeah.
I liked her when she first came on. I was like, all right, I need lots of more of that. Can we please? And we never saw her
then she got injured again, didn't she? Really? She had a surgery on her ankles.
Then went off to Asia Cup, came back, never played again.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
To be honest with you, the only time I've seen her happy since she's left us to go on loan was in her Adidas advertisement for the New Japan kit. The rest of the time, she does not look happy. Does not look happy at all.
It's one of those things like Arteta. If he doesn't play you, if he doesn't like you, he doesn't play you, and if they can't get rid of you, you just sit there, just welting away on the bench.
Yeah, but that's what we did. That's what we did to Schneider back last season. We sent her off to Spurs, and then she retired, didn't she? Just retire? Yeah, I think she did.
Who else is it we got rid of? Lisa Evans. Known to out straight away.
I'd want to retire if I was sent to Spurs.
Mm.
But
She
yeah,
went
you're
to
going to
West Ham.
retire that forward too, aren't you?
No.
Consider it.
Yeah,
Do you
Lisa went
still
to
have
West
Nikita
Ham.
Paris?
No, she's
Nikita
no,
Paris, she's up in Man United. She can stay there
Yeah, nah.
as well. But it was not a fan at all.
That didn't work, is it? And I think that the irony is he scored like league-wise one league goal. That's the penultimate game in the season from the penalty spot. For us last year. I don't even think she scored a league goal for United this year either. As far as I'm aware.
I wasn't a fan when watching her play for England, I must say. It was it felt very much like the team like her, and that's why she's in the squad.
Yeah, from last summer, yeah. In terms before she left Man City a couple of years back to go to Lyon to win the Champions League, she was a cracking little player. And then when we brought her in last summer, like a couple of years back, when Jonas survived, I thought, that experience and all that Champions League, why not? It just didn't work. No matter who we played, she just looked out of place.
Oh, Leslie, my internet went down. And now I've got no game on my phone, so I'm panicking. I'm not stressing. Oh, no, it's back. There we go. I'm happy now. I'm fine.
Yeah,
my internet went. I couldn't see anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm not stressing. I'm good.
2 minutes of internet.
Hey, Lottie, you're happy? You're happy because I'm here, right? You're happy because I'm here.
Oh, of course, John.
Thank you.
Of course, John. I mean, I'm missing my stream on Wednesday with you to go and watch the Arsenal. So
I know.
This makes up for it.
That means exactly.
No, but we're back on. We're back on Thursday, aren't we, for the Premier League
Thursday,
show?
yeah. Thursday. So I'll do the
instead,
preview.
exactly.
I'll do the preview of it tomorrow, Saturday with Macy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Thursday. Cool.
That sounds good.
Who Newcastle
Join
got
us
this
on
week?
Thursday. It'll be about
Who Newcastle got next?
Newcastle have got United next, haven't you?
Ooh. Yeah, we have.
Who've Arsenal got next week?
Leeds.
Leeds.
Good
I tell you what, though,
I see.
I think you
we're at
win
home.
that game. You'll win that game. It's a tricky
Leeds
game.
are John. Leeds are Arsenal. I've got a
John,
Leeds
you're
fan
a
at
smart.
home.
John, you're a smart man.
John,
you're a smart man.
I'm telling you, we're due. We've not won against them for 20 years. We're due, damn it.
Just wait till.
If I speak, I'll be in trouble.
Keep waiting, Mr. Tom.
I tell you what, as long as Luke Ayling don't make that stupid tackle that he did last season too. Was it Saka, wasn't it? Was it? Did that tackle on?
No, Martinelli.
I tell you what, I saw that tackle back again. I thought that's a shocking tackle there. The referee gave a yellow card, did he, at first? And I said, you know what? He's not going to get away with that. He's gone.
As soon as it happened, knew it was a red. As soon as it happened, it was. I'm not a delusional Leeds fan. As soon as it happened, I knew we were down to 10 men, and he was an idiot. I knew it.
He could have cost you the Premier League. He could have cost you Premier League.
How it would have cost us is because I'm sitting there going, take Rafinha off right now. Take him off the pitch. Because he kept trying to go for the referee as if like he disagreed with the decision. And I'm like, mate,
exactly.
Get him off the pitch. No matter how this 90 minutes turns out from here on out, even if it finishes 20-0 to Arsenal, get his ass off the pitch. And then we ended up subbing him. And it saved us in the end because he scored on the last day.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what it is, right? I mean, if a player like that did that sort of thing, went for a player like that, like Aileen's done, whether it be Trippier, whether it be Dan Burn did that, and it was a worse tackle, and he gets set up for a tackle like that, I've got no problem. I've got no complaints. No complaints at all whatsoever. Because you can't tackle like that. Whether it's frustration, whether Martinelli got a better Valen that day, right? He got frustrated that day. And he just thought, you know what? I'm going to take him out here. And that's exactly what they've done. But,
I'm not justifying it. I think it came about because I think Ayling felt that Martinelli, should have been given offside on the long ball that ended up with whatever happened. But I think that's what he thought. Whatever it was, he still shouldn't have done it. Cost us the game, ultimately. We were very charitable to Arsenal that day, though. We were
Leslie, don't panic. You're going to beat them. I've
Give
been
the
right
ball
for the last
to
two games.
Eddie.
I'm calling it now.
Where's dummy?
Haven't I, John? I've been right for the last two games for Newcastle. I'm on a roll.
I tell you what, Spurs are in there. I tell you what, talking of Spurs, we got to play Spurs next month as well on the Sunday the 23rd. That's the game we need to win as well. We beat Spurs,
We'll win that.
we can actually stop them from getting top 4. That's a massive game.
Of course you'll beat Spurs. The Spurs.
It's
I
it's
think we're in
Spurs.
a relegation battle, and I think we'll beat Spurs.
And London is still red.
Exactly.
When's it never not been red, Lottie?
Huh?
I was going to ask that question too. I was like, I don't think they ever changed the color, did they?
That's it. 5-1 then.
Yep. Yeah.
5-1.
Game, set, match.
Yeah, 100%. And now Sky can go back to their beloved Man United. That's what they spoke about in the first half an hour. I was like, I'm not here to watch this. I'm here to watch my club. Talk about Arsenal.
North London derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, what do you think on Nketiah, in your opinion, Nketiah? Do you think he's the future of Arsenal?
Here we go.
Great
Here we
player.
go. I knew
John comes with the.
I'm gonna let the boys talk this
John
out. We've
comes
had
with
this
the poker, man. He's
conversation.
just gonna poke the bear. Come on, John. Starts with me, and now he's like, "I got more for you guys. Here's some more. Here's some more gasoline to put on this fire. Go on."
As a squad player,
He's a good lad, Eddie.
As a squad player, I'm not happy with him. He's not a starter. For where we want to be going, in terms of we want to also get ourselves back on the European level, he's not the guy for us. But obviously, the fact we didn't get Champions League last season, I think that forced our hands in terms of getting a new contract. If we'd got on Champions League, I think we would have cut our ties and had a bit more funding to go out and get an extra striker along with Jesus. Balogun's gone out. I know it's League Gun and all that, but he's gone out. He's a top goal scorer. He's scoring goals on me. Yes, he's scoring all sorts of goals. I think Balogun comes back. Eddie will be put down the pecking order, and I think we go out and see where else we can go. We've got Jesus. We've got Trossard who can play the false nine as well. We've got Martinelli who can play there every now and then, and obviously got Balogun coming back. I think he'll be a more League Cups, that's early FA Cup rounds for Eddie, if he's lucky. And it's a shame because again, he's done a good job for us. He's kept us where we have been for the last 3.5 months. Well, while Jesus was out, but you do notice a difference, the drop in levels compared to what he gives us compared to what a Trossard or a Jesus gives you in that number 9 role.
So basically, he's not good enough then.
Not for where we want to be going to now.
Basically, he's not good enough.
Right, you just can't just say it. Just say it, man. Come on, it's all right.
I did say for where we want.
No, you're being nice about it.
I can do that. Look, end of the day, 3.5 months when we called upon him, he did score goals that have been crucial for us, keeping us in this title race. I'm not going to slag him off.
Yeah.
Eddie was money. Literally,
the thing
where
is,
we want to be going,
in
terms of not just making someone off season, but to compete not just domestically in terms of the league and FA Cup and League Cup.
Eddie would be like Haaland in France.
See, this is where this goes, right? See what you do, Ryan? You give the man, you give him an inch, he's gonna run, take a mile with it, right?
Eddie's a great player.
You shine some light on Eddie, and next thing you know, he's the best thing. He's the king. That's what somebody put in the chat.
I believe me and my people on the street, we call him a bags man because he
Well,
bags
you take
goals.
him then. You come in the summer.
We did take him.
No, for good. You offer us 45 million. We'll give him to you for 4 years
after his
40
million for him. No,
exactly.
I'm giving 40 million for him. That's madness.
Exactly.
The problem is, right, in my opinion, the problem is to play that central role for Arsenal, Eddie Nketiah don't offer you enough.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean? If he can't play that role, sorry, go on, mate.
I just quickly, do you think that chance against Man City, right, in the first half, where they had that free header, could have dented his confidence there? That would have put you a goal up, and then Man City punished you there.
Yeah,
Wind must have took it away from him. Must have been. Wind must have took it off or something.
You know, it's not that he doesn't, he doesn't replicate what Jesus and Trossard give us. Is that whatever he does really well at, we never get to see it enough.
Yeah, but he don't bring the best out of the other players, does he?
No. What I'm saying is,
what
the
I'm saying is,
the only way I
sorry.
think he's gonna shine for us is if he scores goals when he
Yeah.
has the opportunities. That's the only thing he right now, based on his skill set, the only thing he can offer us that we go, you know what? He is a valid member of the squad and gives us what we need, is that he scores goals, because that's the problem we had in that position, right? The guy in that position, Jesus in that position, didn't score.
But he gets goals out of Martinelli, Saka, and everyone else, and
Yes, but
Odegaard.
no, I
Even
get that.
Xhaka.
No, but that's why I'm saying when we bring on Eddie, it's got to be goals, because that's the one thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't
can
bring the
offer.
best out of the other players, does it?
I get you. Somebody has to step
Look
up.
at Martinelli's form. Look at Martinelli's form, and there's no reasoning behind Martinelli's form starts rising again once you get someone like Trossard come in, who, do you know what, he naturally drifts out to the left, so there was a lot more options then. Like you look at the goal at Leicester, that's all because Trossard's gone out to the left, Martinelli's able to cut in, we score goals. I like Eddie, but for the way we play our game and the way Arsenal play, it's not enough, because he needs to get the best out of everyone, and that's I think what Ryan's saying. Like, I think Eddie last 20-30 minutes of games is brilliant because he comes on, he's direct, he could get Nick you a goal, but do I see him playing for Arsenal every game in, game out? Ain't going to happen, is it? If we get in the Champions League, which we are basically naturally going to get in the Champions League now, we should be looking for better. We should be looking for better players.
No, but every time we talk about this, everybody says when we bring on a new striker, they have to offer us either similar skill set that we have or something different. The only thing different that Eddie can bring to us is goals.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only thing he can. And if he scores goals, what does that do to our wings? They have less. They're not going to get double and triple team because he's a threat now. But he's not a threat.
Like John said, Man City, you get that one chance.
Yeah,
that one chance you get, like with someone like Man, that's probably where we need to. Like, I'm not sure Eddie Nketiah is a one chance man. Do you know what I mean? Like when you play the teams like Man City, you've got to score them goals.
Yep. No. I think we're saying the same things, just different ways. But I just he needs to already at this time have 10 goals.
You want him out anyway, don't you?
Who?
You want him out anyway.
Who?
Eddie.
Say it again. The phone went dead. I don't know. You just stopped talking. I don't know what's going on with the audio. The audio on this side.
Eddie.
The thing is, right? I mean, like if Newcastle were linked with Eddie Nketiah, right, at some stage, right? I mean, I think Eddie Howe likes turning average players into really good players. He's done that with Joe Linton, and he's done that with a few other players as well, you know. But for me, I mean, if he rocks up to Newcastle and he has to come, right, if you need a striker, a young striker, because I think you get a young striker coming in, then I'm going to have to back Eddie's judgment. But the one I want to take as well is, like Leslie said, Balogun as well. He's doing well in the French league. Is it Reims? 15 goals this season, something like that. Yeah. Lottie's saying no. I think it could be available on a loan deal. I think it'd be a perfect backup to Isak.
Now, loan, you didn't say that. You said you wanted to buy him to me. That's what I'm saying. No, loan deal, possible. You're not buying him.
Not buying it.
You can have Eddie. How does it go? Your defense is in trouble. Nketiah up.
No.
Did somebody say?
Hey,
every time that gets him, I love it.
Lottie, has he got credits on his phone?
I think he's out of credit at the moment because he's injured.
Is he on a contract or he's on a top up?
Don't know yet. Thinking about it.
I tell you what, you love to send Nketiah to Newcastle on the permanent. Will it be a permanent deal or on a loan deal?
Permanent. We've got Balogun coming home.
Permanent.
I'm sorry, as far as the pecking order goes, boys, but Balogun is ahead of Eddie as far as I'm concerned.
I was about to say, if you want to compare Eddie to Balogun, who suits Arteta's system more from what we've seen, even though obviously Balogun's doing it in another club. Balogun suits it. I mean, look at the goals he scores. They're different. Yeah.
Eddie,
Do you know
what, sometimes I just wish Eddie was a little bit faster.
For all that football knowledge you've got, Mr. Tom, you just don't see proper football players.
This is Nketiah-ism. I'm just. This is just.
You've got it. Yeah, you've got it. It's a bug, and it must be stopped. You got it. You know what? That's why you're feeling a little dizzy. Your head. You got a fever? You have a fever, right?
That
clogged up. You know, your sinuses are all clogged
up. The only
up.
prescription is more Eddie.
I mean, it is damp in Melvin's dungeon, so that might be getting to Tom's head there.
Yeah, something's going on there. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
How many here we go. Here's a question. How many Premier League clubs do you reckon, right, that Eddie Nketiah would start up front?
He'd start for Leeds, that's for sure.
Take care, Jules. I hope to see you tomorrow, mate.
He didn't.
I want to shoot at tomorrow.
He would probably possibly start.
He would.
He would. Keyword would.
Would start. Naturally, you'd start him over everyone else. Like there's only a few teams I can think of at the moment.
I don't think he wouldn't even make it into Newcastle. I'll be honest.
Crystal Palace probably because they got no one.
Got worse.
Crystal Palace, Leeds.
No, everyone in the bottom half except for Leeds because Rodrigo and Bamford. And you're
but he's always injured. He's always injured.
That's true. That's true.
So,
but the facts are, we had Eddie and Bamford kept him out.
But you think he's really good.
And that's the bit you're arguing then, don't you? Surely.
Bamford, you think is a really good footballer, and Eddie couldn't beat him.
No.
That's what you just said.
Let's calm it.
I'm reading your words.
Bobby gets excited. Let's calm it down a bit, everyone. I'm just pointing out the facts of the situation.
Bamford beat out Eddie Nketiah, and Eddie is the king.
All right, I know more than Bielsa when it comes to Eddie. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, you're backing Bamford over Eddie as we speak. How does that work out?
This is 4D chess. You'll get there eventually. Don't worry.
Comment here.
No, seriously. He's good. He could do a job for a lot of teams.
Genuine question.
Have you been watching him this season? Have you seen how many sitters he's missed?
No.
A couple, exactly. You haven't seen all of them.
The wind took the ball away from him. Conditions.
Okay.
Okay. What has he made of paper?
Yeah. I think the ball is sometimes. But
Christ. But there's a question here. It's a genuine question. Does any team really have an equal talent off the bench? Not even City has that at the moment. Bringing on someone who is happy to come from the bench and scores is pretty decent in my opinion.
Well, we can say that about the women, Ryan?
Yeah.
Easy.
Thing is, right, that's what we need to do in the summer. We need to improve on the bench. Do you know what I mean? And the players who've got players like Matt Ritchie, he's been a great servant for Newcastle, but I think he'd be gone. Jamal Lascelles, I mean, personally, I think he ended up going back to Nottingham Forest. And then you go look to players around Fraser, Paul Dummett, they'll be gone. Let's be real, right? We definitely need another striker. Because Eddie Howe doesn't get on with it. I just don't think he's good enough for Newcastle. I mean, his attitude is so wrong, right? And where he was at Bournemouth, I mean,
isn't it?
Yeah, he's at Bournemouth, and the
way
way
back to Bournemouth.
Say again.
That goes back to the Bournemouth because
exactly.
If I remember rightly, he was one of the few players that refused to play in the Project Restart because he basically wanted to get his contract at Newcastle.
Yeah.
Bournemouth went down because he wouldn't play. And obviously he didn't anticipate that Eddie Howe would one day be his manager again, I'm assuming.
And the thing is as well, right, we really want players going to play for the club, wants to put the heart into it. And I just don't think Ryan Fraser is the guy's going to do that. I mean, we need better players than Ryan Fraser. No disrespect to Ryan, but at the end of the day, I think he needs to be moved on. We need better players than Ryan Fraser at the club. We want to take it to the next level. Then Ryan Fraser cannot be that man. I'm sorry, but Everton wants him.
He wasn't even good enough under Steve Bruce.
How's Callum Wilson doing?
He started well. He started well, got 6-7 goals before the World Cup. But since he came back, he has not been the same Callum Wilson. Now, the thing is, right, I mean, Newcastle fans, our fan base thinks he's still wonderful. Yeah, he's a good guy. But the take we want to be, he's not going to take us to the next level. He's 31 now. Injuries is catching him up now, yeah? He's actually taking his place, yeah? And Callum Wilson, for me, he'd be good as a subs bench, but I think he'd be gone at the end of the season. I think, personally, he'd be he'd probably go back down south. Do you know what I mean? That's just my opinion, but I just don't think he's going to be the guy who's going to take us to that next level. I want
to say Bournemouth. He was heading in that direction,
we've got
didn't we?
Bournemouth. Yeah, we've got
He
him
has
Bournemouth.
Everton written all over him. Everton will take him in on massive wages, even though he'll play 10 games. Perfect for Everton.
Can
you know
they
what?
afford to? Can they afford to now?
Why not with their financial fair play now, might they? They might be in the mud.
They'd be knackered. I don't think Everton get relegated. They probably get points deducted for the new season.
You know what though, yeah, right? With Newcastle as well, like if they get in the Champions League this year, like that's way ahead of schedule, in it. Considering when it started the season, we would have sat here and said Newcastle getting the Champions League. Everyone's sitting there thinking potentially UEFA Cup League and all that. Like for me, it's that like for a lot of clubs, Newcastle getting in the Champions League this year is going to be a danger. It's going to be an absolute danger. And like, there's probably half your squad that you probably don't expect to be there next year anyway, even before Champions League.
I have to agree because it's a 5-year project, right? 5-year project, and this is the first full season under the new ownership, really pop season. And you're right, you're way ahead of that, way ahead. Yeah, I mean Eddie Howe's done a fantastic job. The players has come in that want to play for Newcastle United. We get Champions League. I tell you what, the sky's the limit. So we have to get rid of some players that aren't good enough. We need to bring players coming in and do a job, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? We need to upturn, take it to the next stage. Do you know what I mean? We have to spend a lot more money, and that's how it's going to be. We may have to take about 150 mil, 250 mil. We have to spend 250 mil, right, in the summer. That's to cope with the bench and also for players as well. And let's be honest, we need to do that because you need a bigger squad because we know we've got to get rid of those players, like the names I mentioned earlier on. I love Wilson, don't get us wrong, but at the end of the day, I respect him, but Isak has covered him. He's covered Wilson. We need another top class striker to come in. We need about 6 or 7 players in the summer, if we are, to take it to the next level. But I think it's going to be exciting. We get top 4, and I truly believe we will, because I think Bruno Guimaraes could be a massive difference in the midfield. We got leaders in the team, Trippier, we got Botman, Bruno, right? Paul Linton's up to his game, right?
Would you get rid of my boy Almiron?
The thing is with Miggy, right? I like Miggy Almiron, right? I mean, honest there, he's a canny player. The first half of the season, I think he's been excellent. But it's gone back to the old Miggy, the kind of second half of the season. But he did score against Wolves, which took a deflection, by the way. It was going wide, but it took a deflection along the way, and it went in the back of the net. But I love Miggy to bits. I love his smile. Yeah. But for him, he needs to keep giving that one extra push now. Give us that one extra push. He does that, score some more goals, win games, set the assist up. I think he'll be fine. He'll be right out there for one of the players of the season if he gets his Champions League.
Yeah.
I love Callum Wilson. Just going to put that out there.
Again, you take him then.
No, I don't want to take him just because his 2 goals against Burnley kept my team in the league. So pay respect where it's due, all right?
But Burnley's one of those clubs that you don't understand what the point of them is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
I'll say that, like Leslie said in the chat as well, it's like to see Callum Wilson helping youngsters develop a role he said he enjoyed. I think that'd be a good job for him. Do you know what I mean?
He'd be really good in your coaching staff. I mean, we've just taken back Kelly Smith. Says Fabregas is coming back to our academy. I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
I'm buzzing. The amount of experience both of those two can bring, especially for Kelly Smith on our under-21s team.
Well, again, in terms of Kelly Smith, again, the fact that she believes the club, she knows what it means to play for the club, etc. The success she had in her time as well, part of that quadruple.
Yeah, exactly. No one goes to the US and comes back and goes back again. Do you know what I mean? To play. That's how good she was.
Yeah. And again, the youngsters.
Gary should know that.
If he's listening. The youngsters feed off that in terms of.
Oh no, definitely.
In terms of Kelly Smith and the girls and all that, coaching the girls and all that's fantastic. I'm loving that. I've said this the other day. I was on the podcast with Andrew. In terms of after There's no coincidence that that turning fortunes of Arsenal has happened in and around the time frame of Arsenal starting to bring in Arsenal men or people into the club at their respective roles. Obviously, Per Mertesacker started it all off of obviously retiring. He became the manager of the academy. Since then, our academy's thrived like you wouldn't believe. Obviously, Mikel Arteta as a manager, ex-Arsenal, knows what it means, etc. Edu, part of the early years of the 2000s of that double winning / invincible squad. Again, knows what it means to play for Arsenal. Knows what it means to have what you need in a championship winning squad, etc., etc. The winning mentality and this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Jack and 18 doing a fantastic job this season. His first season in a coaching role, it's at the youth level, still doing a fantastic job. It looks like he's going to have Fabregas as of the summer come in and be his assistant or whatever, or they're going to work as head coach or whatever. I don't know how that's going to work out, but it looks like, again, another Arsenal, even though it got a bit messy at one point with Cesc. Again, ex-Arsenal came through when he first arrived. He was 14, 15, had a stint at the academy level before he got pushed on to the senior squad and all that. Knows what it means for the club and all that jazz. And they got Kelly Smith, and from the women's perspective, someone like Kelly Smith, who, as I already said, achieved what she's achieved this season. It can only benefit us as a club, and it's no coincidence that all this is happening, and on the pitch, on both aspects, things have gotten better. And that's
because you don't want people coming in and said, "Oh, I know a friend of a friend that's done this." You want people who have been on that pitch and that have that on the ground level experience. Especially with the women's game, you don't want these outsiders coming in because it's very much different to men's.
Chaz is saying Trippier would be our guy to help develop players properly.
He's going to be a great coach when he retires. But John sees him playing until he's 40. I'll let John back that up when he comes back.
I think he's got. I think that that's spell at Atletico. Sorry, under Simeone. Sort of.
Do you know what that just completely changed him as a player?
Yeah,
he got rid of every bit of Spurs out of his system, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I knew that was coming.
When a Leeds fan says that, they're saying something. When a Leeds fan says it, got the Tottenham out of him as well.
Anybody who leaves Tottenham wins a bloody trophy. Let's be serious.
Again, don't be crass here, but Christian Eriksen left Tottenham, won a league title, died on a pitch, came back to life.
Don't want to remember that part.
I know, but you know,
PTSD. That was scary.
All like I say, all that aside, comes back, goes to United, plays for Brentford, goes to United, wins a trophy, and Tottenham ain't won fuck all.
Yeah.
And they've got what will probably become the Premier League top scorer of all time.
Yeah. If he leaves that place, yeah.
No, I mean, even if he stays there, he will still bang in 20. No, but he will still bang in 20 goals. Yeah, but he still hasn't won any trophies,
so it doesn't matter to me. I'm sorry.
No, that's my point, is that he's going to bang 20 goals a season and still get nothing for it. So how bad actually are they that they still get so many goals?
I'll be honest with you, nobody remembers like key players who have won trophies. Let's be serious. It's the records that matter, so I get why he's doing it. Even though he hasn't won. Sod all.
I just say, you know, for all the goals that he scored, you're telling me not once did he score enough goals that they could actually get a trophy? I mean, of all the goals that you score, like if I told you you're going to have a run, you're going to be able to
cup final.
You're going to have all these goals that you can score over the life of your career, and you're telling me you cannot get one streak of look at Vardy. Vardy had a really top season, right? Yeah. Got his team to a trophy. Right? Of all the seasons this man has had, not one time have you gone, he's going into this with a trophy on the line and he brings it home. He's never had that. He's never done it. And that's the point. That's probably the most disappointing part about his career, is that it's not that he hasn't won one, is that he hasn't even had an opportunity to put his team and say, look, I scored all the goals and you guys didn't back me up. He's not even doing that. Right?
No, well,
When
that's-
did you
that's-
go? He scored the goal. They can get a trophy out of this one, and you felt good. And that's going to happen. It never happens. You never say that. He usually doesn't show up in most of those opportunities where you want him to score. He doesn't show up. Like they needed him to be the top scorer, one of the top scorers in the world when they were in that final. He didn't. He didn't. He wasn't there. Right. That would have been that right there would have been like, all right, check.
But the thing is, like, can you imagine if he had turned up for that game? We'd never hear the end of it.
But that's what he needed.
It would be as bad as Chelsea. That is irritating.
It'd be worse.
Be worse.
But that's what he needed. That's what he needed to do, though. But that's what he needed to do to be considered one of the best footballers in England. Right? He needed to do. That's like.
Yeah,
he didn't do it one time. We're not even asking him to do it twice. Just do it one time, and he can't do it.
Yeah, but surely
he's had 2 bites at the cherry, and both times he's gone missing.
Surely, though.
Right, this is a question. Oh, go on then.
No, I was just going to say, surely, even if he stayed, like, I know we're saying this going, oh, well, we'll go and break all these records, but he could go to, like, Manchester United, he could go to quite a few clubs in the Premier League and break them records anyway and win trophies. Do you know what I mean? So I don't get all this, like, oh, yeah, stay Tottenham to break all these records. Like, what's the point now? Like, he's got one last chance, in my opinion, at the end of this season, to do the right thing for his career. And if he doesn't do it, I don't really respect it, if I'm being totally honest, because, like,
accepting what you're putting yourself
through. I don't respect it because, like, at the end of the day, right, I know we're saying he hasn't done it, and he hasn't done it, but it's the team that hasn't done it as well, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
but him as one of the main man, yeah.
Yeah, but like he could easily go to like nearly every club in the Premier League, and he'll win trophies. Like, not obviously, I'm not saying every club in the Premier League, but I'm saying like the top 5 or 6 teams. He could go and make a difference somewhere, right, and win trophies and actually finish his career as like potentially with championship medals and honours or FA Cups and all that. But surely it's got to be this season. Surely now with the whole turmoil at Spurs, this must be the season where he goes, do you know what, I need to get out.
I'm going to have to. I think he needs to win trophies to be a great striker. He is, but he needs to win trophies, people.
Yeah.
Well, Alan Shearer, in terms of Alan Shearer, in terms of him being currently the main man, at least he won a league title. It was at Blackburn, but at least he won a piece of.
But like, it's also like Ian Wright though. He never lets him forget he's never won a certain trophy. I can't remember which one it is, but you watch them together. It reminds them, is it the FA Cup? They got to find them.
The FA Cup.
Yeah. Ian Wright, don't let him forget that. Even in the commentary, I know it's all banter, but he doesn't. Like, his face drops.
Yeah, Alan Shearer.
But at least he's got his league title. Sorry, say that again?
Yeah. When it comes to FA Cup games, every FA Cup game in the BBC, Alan Shearer's on there. He's the butt of the joke straight from the off. It's like, okay, so Mickey Richards or Ian Wright have won one. I've won one. But what have you won? What did you win it, Alan? No? Yes, yeah. And obviously but he won a league title with Blackburn. If Harry goes into his career winning no team silverware in terms of FA Cup, League Cup, whatever, and he goes into punditry or whatever he does after his playing career,
he's not going to be like.
He will get it worse than Alan Shearer gets it.
I'm not praising Harry Kane for the inevitability of him breaking that record. My actual point was for him to score 300 goals in the Premier League, what he will probably get makes me ask what happened at Tottenham around him to not win anything.
Yeah, but then it makes me ask.
What would have happened if he never scored 30 goals? Now, what would have happened if he never scored those 30 goals? Where would they actually finished?
They'd be shit, wouldn't they?
Wouldn't have been anybody.
Like, if he goes at the end of this season, right? If he goes at the end of this season, which I think he might, to be fair, if he goes, right, Tottenham, you might as well rule them out. I'll pretty much rule them out anyway, do you know what I mean? But you rule them out of like Champions League football and everything. That's the whole reason why they've had to keep him there, is because they know that he's going to single-handedly get them 20, 25, 30 goals a season. Who, in their right minds now, if you're a top striker and Kane leaves, is going to sit there and go, do you know what? Yeah, I'll go Spurs. I'm going to win stuff. Because you're not, are you? So no. Spurs need that. Like, in my eyes, Spurs need Harry Kane so much. But I just don't get in my head. Why does Harry Kane need Spurs so much?
I've got an idea of why I think he stays there. This will sound really silly, but I believe it. He got dropped for 3 games by Nuno, and Nuno got sacked. Imagine the power you must feel in an environment where if you don't get played, the manager's in trouble.
Yeah, but that's why they are called. What are they called? You know,
That's like Shearer with a bullet, isn't it?
That's an adjective for it, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
that's what happens. You know, he's bigger than the club, and he doesn't. And you know what? He's not playing for the club.
But he wouldn't get that anywhere else.
No, think about it. He's been playing for that squad for that many years. Do you go? You know what? I need you to show up for me today, and he shows up. He doesn't show up unless it doesn't matter, right? He hasn't done it yet.
It's about Harry Kane's England record, right? Just don't expect anyone to know it, but he scored 54 goals, right? How many do you think were against teams that were in the FIFA top 10 when he scored the goal? How many of the 54?
I reckon there'd be quite a lot. Like 18 of them are penalties alone, isn't they? I know that much.
Yeah, 18 are penalties.
Like,
how many of the 54? How many of 54 against a team that were in the top 10 ranking when he scored? 5? Yeah, 7. And one of them was against Italy the other night and against France in the World Cup. So before that, it would have been 5. That's not that great.
Nah.
That, in my opinion, that shows that he actually disappears in the games against
the big moments, opposition. In the big moments.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them are penalties as well.
Penalty taker. Yeah, and he's the penalty taker.
Yeah. And that's the same. Again, I had the same criticism for Wayne Rooney when he broke the record a couple of years back. I had the same criticism that not only were they most of them penalties or whatever, but they were against, of all due respect, minnow teams that you'd expect them to score against anyway.
Yeah, 30 of the goals are in like World Cup and European qualification. Now, I'm not knocking the fact that he scored these goals because at the end of the day, you can only beat who's in front of you. But it comes across like as if they're the only teams that are ever in front of him, and it's not the case. Like, based on his goal scoring record for England, you'd think we only play San Marino.
Yeah.
He's embedded in the Spurs way, isn't he? It's obvious that he's embedded in that Spurs way. Do you know what I mean? Where they can't get over the hill as such. Do you know what I mean? And for him to get out of that, he needs to go to a really top club that wouldn't accept it. Probably like a Manchester United, if we're being totally honest. Just someone like that who's has been serial winners in the past. He needs to go somewhere where he's going to get pushed even more. And he's probably.
And that's the thing now, because of obviously Haaland is at City, and he's obviously. What's it? Kane's hitting his 30s. He's hitting the 30s this year as well. There's only one out of the top clubs. I don't see. I don't know, John. Do you see Newcastle going in for him for short-term fix just to help them get that record?
Well, Harry Kane. Do you know what? I'd love to get Harry Kane in Newcastle United. I really would. But the problem is, he's 30 years of age. He's 30 years of age, right? He will be, and Spurs on 100 mil for him. Personally, I wouldn't spend 100 million on Harry Kane. He's got 2 months left on his contract, And for me, I would go out there and get Victor Osimhen for Napoli for 120 mil. The thing is, we offered 88 mil, according to Football Italia, because I've done the transfer show the other night, that I got rejected out of hand by Napoli if the reports are true. Now, they basically tell us to come back in with a better offer, or they're going to give the guy a new deal. But I think Osimhen will have a crack in the Premier League. He's young, he's a fantastic striker, and he'll get goals wherever he goes. Yeah, I think maybe that if we put in 120 mil, then I think I might just seal the deal. But Harry Kane for Newcastle, personally, I kind of see it happening. I think he'll go to Man United, peeps. I really think he'll go to Man United.
I think that's the only cup he can go to now that in Premier League, got only getting that record, but also offering potential silverware along the way.
Yeah.
It worked with Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah, he was quite old, weren't he, to be fair? He weren't young when he went there, was he?
No. And I'll tell you something, he did a fantastic job there, man. He did a brilliant job there.
And then once he got his trophies, he went back to Tottenham, accepted his fate. He said, I've won what I've got. I've done the treble, done this. I'm going back to Tottenham now and retiring.
From Spurs,
I'm going to return to losing.
The problem Spurs got here, right? The problem Spurs got when Kane goes, Son's going to go as well. Like they're not. That's the problem they're going to have. They're not just going to lose one. They're going to want. There's going to be about 4 or 5 players that are going to want it out the door. Do you know what I mean? Because they know at that point that they need to do better for their career, and I'm all for it. Can't fucking wait for it. If I'm being totally honest here, but I do think once Kane goes, that's gonna cause a lot of issues within the club.
Well, back to square one. The second Kane goes, they're back to square one as a club, what they were before he even came along.
Yeah, like whoever goes in there as new manager has got a tough job, a very tough job.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's why when they brought in Nuno, I thought they needed to sell Kane and Son, get the 150, 200 mil, whatever they could get for those 2 players, and start over again. Because the longer he stays, it's just the rot just keeps growing, and soon it just keeps growing. It's not going away.
He's an albatross around their neck. That's the truth of the matter.
They say that, Gary. You know what? I want him to stay put now.
No, I'm just telling people what they, how this thing's gonna, because he doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave, and he wants to. Every time somebody says he's the top scorer, and it's tainted. It doesn't even sound right.
Well, that's it. That's what I'm
got all these goals and nothing with it. Like it's like the worst thing ever.
And that's why I said at least with Alan Shearer, obviously the current guy at top, Alan Shearer, at least he won something in terms of a trophy with his team, be it Blackburn Rovers, but still, at least he done. At least there's not that asterisk where you're top of goal scorer, but you didn't actually win anything. Whereas Kane will have that against him as long as he stays at top.
The thing is, he had the monkey off his back, didn't he, early Shearer? That was the difference, wasn't it? He had the monkey off his back, then he went to his childhood club that he loved, and he had it off his back. So you totally got that, didn't you, from that point of view?
And even then, he had opportunity two bites at the cherry in the space of 12 months in the FA Cup, 98 and 99.
Yeah.
Shearer. So, whereas Kane's never, apart from the League Cup and that appearance in 2019 in Europe, the European Cup, he's not FA Cup, never done it. Look at them finals, he went missing. Longer I've played, but him being the talisman went missing. But look, it is what it is, and if it happens, it happens.
Yeah. The only way he stays there, for me, is if Posh goes back there. That, for me, that's the only reason.
I think with Noah Gelsman now being sacked, I think that doesn't happen now. I think Tottenham League will be fully focused on trying to get Noah Gelsman in.
Well, that's the only reason I see Kane staying there. Don't see why he stays there.
We've got a comment here from Richard over and over again.
Big up Rich, Chad. Big up Rich.
He says, he's got in terms of Arsenal to the girls today. He says, we will beat Bayern on Wednesday. What a team this is. And missing 2 of the best players in the world, and obviously Beckham Viv. Yeah, I think, again, I'll go back to that cup final a couple of weeks ago against Chelsea. I think that in our season was a turning point. Winning it the way, not just winning it, but the way we did it against Chelsea. In terms of coming back against an all-conquering Emma Hayes and all that malarkey. That's been our turning point. Since then, we haven't looked back. And yes, we lost last Tuesday, but it was more unlucky than anything in terms of just not putting our chances away. We've done this again. I said this again. Not you back me up. I said this on Tuesday. Today's game was perfect for us in terms of nothing. It was Tottenham's form. We're going away. We've got the threat. We did our job, and now we're going to the game. Now we can put the ball back in the net and get a result. And that's all we can do. And plus, we will hopefully have VAR and goal line tech, so it doesn't bite us on the arse.
Of course we will. I think we've learnt that lesson a bit fast.
Yeah.
Can I ask? I know you said it earlier on with that. Was it Bayern Munich's decision not to have that?
Yeah.
Yep.
How the hell do they get the decision on that?
Apparently,
it's not mandatory, as I said to you earlier. I'd have to look into the rules properly. But
it's just so bad, isn't it?
Liam, if you go back and listen to my pod, Adam elaborates a bit more on it.
Yeah.
You'll understand. So his knowledge is a bit more extensive on the rules than mine. But it's just not mandatory. And it's madness.
It should be that.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Because that's dodgy. Why UEFA give the home team the choice every match day? The home team gets a choice. Do you want VAR? Do you want goal line tech?
Thing is, I think it only applies to Champions League at this point because we don't have VAR anywhere else or goal line technology.
No.
Can you see goal line technology at Manor Park? No. Leighton Orient? No. It's not going to happen at National League sides. And I was having a conversation with Maisie, who's a good friend of John's. She was saying to me, like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, Man United keep promoting Sweet Caroline. It's an international song. Stuff like that don't make sense.
Yeah.
And she said to me, oh, why can't you take your VAR to Meadow Park? And I'm like, they did it for Man City. I said, you realise the academy ground is right next to City, and like Emirates is here, and Meadow Park's like up here. And the logistics wouldn't work. It just simply wouldn't work.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of part of the reason why Arsenal are slowly, gradually, by the looks of it, just phasing the women's team over to the Emirates, because obviously all the home games for Champions League.
They need to move that Villa game on the Saturday to the end of the season. They need to move it because they will sell so many more tickets. The Villa fans will turn up.
Last game of the season has been moved to the Saturday game.
Yeah, it has. It's the day before the men's. So why can't we have it at the Emirates?
That's what I'm saying. But my point was, obviously, with this season, Arsenal made a point straight from the off after the success in the international side of things. They said every home game in the Champions League is going to be at the Emirates. And
well, it has to be because it's mandatory because of the rules.
But I'm saying they've made a point of going out there and doing that as well. And
I understand that. I understand that, but that's the rules. It's always been like that.
Playing the Emirates in the Champions League.
We've always done that, as far as I know.
Yeah, it seems like this season, well, last season we had a few games at Meadow Park. Last season.
Oh yeah, that was for the qualifying rounds. We don't need that, but for the quarterfinals,
stages against Hoffenheim.
Yeah, Hoffenheim. We don't use VAR at group stages. Quarterfinals on, we need it. Yeah, that's why it's always at the Emirates.
My point was that all the games this season have been, in terms of all the group games, everything have been at the Emirates, and even we haven't needed it. And it seems like even WSL, we're tipping our toes in more than anyone else, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
North London Derby, United, Chelsea.
The crowds for the upcoming game is 15,000 plus the last time I checked. This is the biggest UWCL game crowd I've seen, because the max I've seen is about 7,000 just filled up the East Stand. But we've opened up all the lower tier, which is absolutely brilliant.
And I think the fact that obviously the women's history has also been incorporated into the artwork around the stadium tells me even more that they are looking to sort of, phase the girls all everyone into one stadium in the Emirates.
It's been a long time coming. Be honest with you, time coming.
Again, if they do that, fantastic. Because in the text there, no, there's no excuses. If they go, well, it's not fair. Well, sorry, but the text there, why can't we use it? It's installed. All you got to do is switch a switch on, and off you go. Yeah.
When you look at that table, the only club that I feel that's got a little bit of an excuse is Reading. That is it. No other club on that table has an excuse not to be using the men's stadium when they're free.
And and again, the reason why Reading's in that situation is because the owners are prioritising the men and punishing the girls and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was surprised this game weren't at Spurs today.
Oh, Spurs flaked out. They flaked out. They'd rather have their little racing cars under the ground. You know what I mean?
Go-karts. Mario Kart.
Says it all, don't it?
Don't insult Mario like that. That's an insult.
You know what I meant. Anyway, we've got another comment that says maybe it's because we're talking about the spitter. Maybe it's like cutting Samson's hair. He'll not cope about Spurs.
Mate. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what I felt like. He likes being the king. He wouldn't want to risk not be. He wouldn't want to risk not being the king of. Like, if he goes to Man City, he's just one of many.
Yeah.
Did he put a transfer request in though at one point?
When the Man City situation a couple of years back, when Nuno came in, he was on holiday and forgot to go back for 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, forgot. By the way, in inverted commas, he forgot.
Wish I could forget not to go back to work.
Yeah,
I'd always forget going to work if I was getting paid $200,000 a week. Just slipped my mind, wouldn't it?
Yeah, forgot to go back to work, go back to trading and all that, and then there's the excuses. Oh no, it was always in place by the media. It was always in place that he'd have an extra bit of time off and all that.
But that's because the media get it so wrong all the time.
Yeah, and then literally, and then also just before that, after that, the previous season ended, he did an actual interview with Gary Neville, who never, by the way, since then never slags off Harry Kane. By the way, I can't think why. I'll basically say if an offer came in, he'd obviously look at it and he wouldn't be totally against it, things like that. So he put the feelers out there. Man City came along, but he screwed himself, and obviously he did everything but officially put the request forward.
Mm-hmm.
He missed the first game of the season was against City. Obviously, Tottenham won that 1-0.
They lost all 3 games that he didn't play, which was perfect for him.
Yeah,
It's all the cards fell in the most perfect way for him as a businessman, politician, sportsman, whatever you want to call it. Because then he could turn around and go, "Well, Nuno dropping me is why we are 0 for 3."
When I think the thing is, Nuno as well. I get what he's trying to do because obviously with all the situation, he's trying to sort of rule the iron fist and say, "I'm the boss. You're messing us about. You'll be phased in eventually, but you're going to have to work your backside off to get back in. I'm giving other people an opportunity." Didn't work out, and obviously, the power's gone to. I think the power's gone to his head, and obviously because obviously it was like the rumours of obviously Conte the first time, and before Nuno came in, there was like Nuno was like 8th choice member in terms of that season when he came in. And obviously Kane's like, I'm not staying unless you get a world-class manager. Well, they've got a world-class manager, and look, he's still not won nothing. Let's be honest,
They
since
lost 1-0
Poch,
3 times.
they've had Mourinho. Got 6 games before the cup final, they sack him. Obviously Nuno came in briefly and whatever, but Conte's been there for 18 months now nearly. And even then, he's had a meltdown recently and gone, "No, this is the Tottenham way. They don't win nothing. They're not going to win nothing. Can I just get me out of it, please?" And he's like, Spurs are so, because of the amount of money they're chucked at the stadium, the amount of debt they're in because of the stadium and this, that, and the other, and sacking Mourinho and sacking Nuno Espirito Santo and Poch, that financially they're thinking, can we just hold out for 10 weeks after this international break? Can we hold out them 10 weeks and get through it without sacking him? No, I don't know, but it is like it is what it is. I've said this. I even said this when they brought Conte inside after Nuno. Nothing's going to change. I was not phased at all when Nuno came to Tottenham because not Nuno when Conte went to Tottenham because I've seen it before. I saw it within the Mourinho set. Oh yeah, we'll back him. We'll give him what he wants. One window, and it goes back to normality because it gets the fans off their back for a brief period, and it starts. It's just a merry-go-round. And if they're getting their girls, if they go and get their girls winning or Poch, and it'll be the same thing in a year's time. We'll be here again in a year's time going, see, nothing's changed here. And it'll be the one consistent that won't change, and that'll be the ownership. But long may it continue because obviously they are what they are. They are Spurs. They are Spurs. They, one way or the other, no matter who owns the club, they always find a way of Spursing it up. So long may it continue. Imagine trying to be a big club with a big world-class stadium. We ain't done nothing in 15 years.
They've not been a club since Leicester won the league. I'm sorry. They've not been in the top 6 since Leicester done it.
You know what it is, right? I mean, with Spurs, right? I mean, especially they tried. The biggest problem they got is
God, Russo. Damn.
Sorry,
guys. No, she's missed.
Wow. No, with Tottenham, right? I mean, like, they say they're part of the Big Six. They're not really a Big Six club, are they, really? No. A big club is not really part of the Big Six. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Newcastle's going to overtake them, right, this season and future seasons. I tell that right away. Harry Kane's going to be away. Someone's going to follow him out of the club. The club will have to start the whole thing again, right? They spend all that money on a brand new stadium, right? And some of the players are not good enough. The one player is good enough for that club is Bentancur. And if I was Bentancur, I'll move on because that guy is a superb CDM. I would love to have him in Newcastle. I'll break the bank to bring him up to Newcastle. That guy is absolutely brilliant. He really is. But apart from that, Spurs aren't that great. I mean, Eric Dyer at the back, he ain't good enough for Tottenham.
Hugo Lloris as the goalkeeper.
Oh, he is. He's perfect for Tottenham. It's perfect. He sets them up exactly for what they are.
Eric Dyer, exactly. I mean, Christian Romero, I mean, he's too good for Tottenham as well. I mean, look, I know he gets booked a lot. I watch him for Atalanta. That guy is a brilliant defender. He really is, right? And you know what it is, right? We beat Tottenham on the 23rd of April. I'm not scared of Spurs at all whatsoever. I'm not scared of Tottenham because would have been better if Conte stayed at the club until the end of the season, man. But if Ryan Mason takes over the club until the end of the season, I'll be comfortable, man. I'll be comfortable because we'll beat Tottenham. We're going to eliminate Tottenham for the Champions League. You've got 2 games of hand over them. We've got to win one of them to get above them, right? And then they should be beating teams that they should be beating, and they haven't. Simple as that. When we played against them at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, right? Even they got a goal back with Harry Kane, I was still comfortable because I still think you get the 3 points. But it is what it is. But Spurs will always be Spursy. Will always be Spursy.
And long may it continue, my friend. Long may it
Even
continue.
Marseille scored 3
And that
goals
is coming
there.
from a Newcastle fan, people. That's coming from a Newcastle fan.
My favourite bit of shade at Tottenham's expense was when the Super League came about, and I saw this. It was a quick clip from like American sports coverage, and they showed all the teams in the Super League, and they went. The guy, exact words that came out of this man's mouth was, "All the big English teams are in it, and Tottenham as well." Brilliant.
Class.
I was like, "Yeah."
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Do you remember their Do you remember when they done their protests? There's about 7 of them, weren't there?
Yeah. And they all went to the club shop as well. With a little club shop.
It was embarrassing.
We want you out, but we're going to spend money in the shop first. We'll do our protest. And then we go, we want you out with the bag showing.
Do you know when
At
they
least everyone else-
sold Luka Modric to Real Madrid? The Real Madrid chairman asked if he could have some 5 Tottenham shirts with Modric on the back. So Daniel Levy sent him the shirts and then charged him for them as part of the transfer fee.
Oh God!
Wow.
He added on the He added the cost of the shirts onto the invoice for the transfer. Whatever that, I can't remember what they paid for him. Let's say it's 30 million, whatever it was. It was 30 million plus like £280 for the shirts or whatever it ended up being at the time. I was like, you fucking Levy. Pardon the language.
As long as it's at a football club, right, that Spurs are not winning a thing. Let's put it this way: we win a title before Tottenham will.
Oh, of course.
I second that.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
4th, 5th, 6th. Gary, fifth it.
That don't even need a response because that's just obvious.
We'll win it
I mean,
before
Do you know
Tottenham
what? Do
will.
you know what? There's
And you
more
know
chance
what
of
it
the
is?
Leeds winning the Premier League than Tottenham getting a trophy. Sorry, no offense.
Exactly.
Mr. Sarbs,
Of course there is, because
Thank
we've
you.
won it. We've won it since they won it.
Ah.
Last won it.
I know
But it-
that. I know my history and I know my shit, but I'm
I
saying
know.
you've got more chance
Yeah.
right now of winning
Yeah.
the fucking league than them at this point in time.
It's embarrassing when you sit there and think that the last time they won the FA Cup, and we're talking about them being a top club and all this, and they were getting Champions League, 1991. 1991. And am I right in saying?
Bloody
Am I
hell.
right in saying they haven't got to an FA Cup final since?
No, they haven't.
No. I mean, who sacks a manager before a cup final? Seriously.
Tottenham. I mean, talking of Tottenham,
I'm
there's a little video
I'm
here.
convinced
This
they
is the
sacked Mourinho in case they won it and they had to pay him some
That's so
extortionate,
bad, isn't it?
like,
That's so...
thing. Like, say, like, they did win that match against Man City, and, like, Mourinho's part of his contract was, if I win a trophy, you give me 20 million. They're like, do we really want to give him 20 million for the Carabao Cup?
Bloody hell. Letizia should be on a yellow.
But I've got this little clip here. It's live footage of the Tottenham Stadium's tour of their trophy room.
This is where I'd put a trophy. If I had one.
You know what? We've spent like 1 second thinking of that team. 1 second too much. I mean, it's just
Exactly.
that's how bad. That's how bad we are. We are that bad. We have wasted
We're not bad. We're shameless because we gloat about it. We rub it in a bit more. We're the
Fans
salt in the
gloated.
wound. We're that salt
That's
in the
rare.
wound.
Never happens.
It's probably the best. That's probably the best session on that team that's happened all day today. Is what we just did for the last hour. You know, that's the most they're gonna get chatted about.
And I fucking enjoyed it as well.
Can I just quickly congratulate Calvin Phillips on playing more minutes for England on Wednesday than he has actually played in the Premier League for Manchester City this season. Well done, Calvin. Thanks for the 40 million.
Wow.
That's Fabian Delph Mark II, that one, isn't it?
Oh God, yeah.
Hey, we made big profit on Fabian Delph, mate. Getting 7 million for him in League One.
I don't mean to be funny. No one's going to beat us selling Iwobi to Everton. We skinned them
40
for him.
million. 40 million.
I fell out of my chair when one of you told me it was 40 million. I was like, what?
No,
How'd you
genuinely,
get
40
40
million.
million for him?
We took 43 and 20 for Walcott.
Didn't you get 40 for Oxlade-Chamberlain as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then then you look at the ones we didn't get no money for. There's enough of them as well.
Yeah,
That made up for the rest of them. That
Exactly.
made up for the rest of them.
We won't talk about that though, will we?
No, we
No,
won't.
no. Them days are long gone anyway, hopefully, touch wood. Oh, dear.
How much did you get for Sanchez?
Mkhitaryan on the swap.
Yeah.
Swap. Because you're
Oh,
not
so
doing
it was free then, basically.
effectively,
Yeah.
because maybe they didn't want to spend money.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Weirdly, though, Mkhitaryan-
teams lost.
Weirdly, Mkhitaryan didn't start that badly, though. He started all right, didn't he, at the
It
club?
was all right. Well, if you compare Mkhitaryan to Sanchez, his time once they left the swap clubs, Mkhitaryan had a better.
Yeah, we got.
in terms of,
He got screwed out
was
at
the
the
only
Cup
reason we
final,
got
didn't he?
Aubameyang.
Do you remember he got
Yeah.
screwed out the UEFA Cup final? He couldn't go.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because the way it was, yeah,
Mm.
political reasons and all that. Going to go into that either.
No.
We touched on enough sensitive subjects today in terms of other players. Don't need to stoke the fire anymore. Oh dear. Dear. I think the fire's gone blank. It's gone blank.
Oh, Mary
Just
is rolling
thinking-
around on the floor. Someone's trodden her.
I mean, I'm seeing her now.
That's
She's
what
got
supposed to
she's
Tottenham
receiving
about,
treatment.
isn't it?
I'll say she's receiving treatment. She's on her back.
Mm.
I'm using my. I've got to be careful where I say it, but it's on her back, and the two physios are standing, are sitting, just crouched over her, basically.
Mm.
Not giving her no treatment or nothing, just crouched over her.
Who drink?
She's
It looks like
Who
a foot.
is Charles
Might be a-
Sago Jr.?
Who? What? Where?
Who is Charles Sago Jr.? He scored for Arsenal under 21s today.
He's an academy player.
Okay.
Clearly, an academy. One of our academy players have been promoted from under 18s. Probably. What did they win today?
No, you drew 1-1.
What?
You conceded a 91st minute equaliser.
Who against?
Blackburn under 21s.
Yeah, the academy. Yeah.
They are 12th or 14th, and you are 7th or 14th.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, Man
21.
City are running away with it, but obviously. Also.
Obviously. I mean, the under 18s is where we're focused at because they've got an FA Cup semi-final to look forward to against City on the 4th at the Emirates as well.
Is it one leg? Is it that?
Let's have a look now.
I think
It
it's
doesn't say
one leg.
about legs. I think it's a one-off game. Yeah.
Ain't the FA Cup? Weren't the finals 2 legs? Used to be.
Used
Yeah.
to be.
Well,
I think it's- I'm on the Twitter page now,
Hmm.
and it's saying Emirates Stadium FA Youth Cup semi-final. Arsenal under 18s.
Oh, that would be handy.
Shares in the chat
If
and
Mary
take
Earps is
that-
injured, that would be
I'll see
handy.
it too, Mo.
We've got them too.
I think it's a one-off game nowadays, by the looks of it.
What, even the final?
I think so, by the looks of it, because it's not saying.
Yeah, 'cause it used to be 2 legs, didn't it?
It used to be, yeah.
Hmm.
Because I remember when we first moved to the Emirates that first season, I went to the FA Cup youth semi-final against Arsenal and United and Kieran Gibbs, who was playing left mid at the time, scored a winning goal. And then the week later, they went to Old Trafford and they knocked us. Did they knock us out? Yeah, they knocked us out. A year later.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Wilshire
finals was
Frimpong
one
one,
game.
wasn't it?
I mean, Wilson's again for his first year in coaching and all that in general. I know it's youth level, but still got to start somewhere, and it's all that. He's doing a good job.
Ah, okay. It changed to a single match format in 2018.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's good to have people like him back in the club doing stuff like that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Leslie. You take care, pets, and I'll be on the show doing a live tomorrow. So give yourselves a pelt and thank you for supporting us. When we mobs
Yeah,
too.
and Ches is off as well, but look, it says Ches, take care, all love.
Yeah,
Love to show,
Ches.
lads and lads.
Yeah.
Good luck for the rest of the season. Again, if you're new to the channel, you have subscribed. Obviously, do stay subscribed because we're doing more content going forward along, not just obviously the previews with John and all that, and afterwards, and just in general, got a lot more content coming our way. Doing match of the day stuff as well when it's okay to do it, and there's a lot of kicking off over there. But yeah, Dear.
Only
So
watched Match of the Day about 3 times this season.
I just don't watch it.
The only time I've watched it in 6 years was at Bournemouth against Bournemouth this year.
I only watch it
I've
when my
watched that
team
like 20
wins on
times that
Saturday.
week.
That's only because I wanted to see the fucking goal again.
Yeah.
I only watch it when my team wins on the Saturday, which means that I've never watched it much.
But yeah,
this
but I
year.
say you never watched it then.
Yeah, you haven't watched any of
And
it.
we got the Southampton win, we got Liverpool win, Bournemouth. So
And
yeah, it's
now
probably a
Wolves.
handful of times.
But next Saturday.
You won't be watching
Well,
it
Not
next
gonna
Saturday.
happen, Liam. Behave yourself.
I'm highly confident that I'll be watching it next Saturday because I'll be like,
I'm bringing him in.
no. To be fair, I'll be. You know what? But let's be fair.
I'm sitting
we all
above
know-
your fans as well next week. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be funny. Think the highlight song I'm waiting for, Liam, is there a fire drill? I'm waiting for it.
And a big one in that as well. Wow. I'll tell you
I'm not there next week,
Do
unfortunately.
you play in Tottenham in April, don't you? It's in May. It's in May.
No, we're
isn't
done
it?
with Tottenham. We're done.
No, we're done with Tottenham. We've had 12 points off them. No,
Are
yeah,
we?
well, both men's and women's. Sorry, 6
Ah,
points.
Yeah, we're done.
That's it.
now, yeah.
That's just done. Oh, let's see. We got to play Tottenham and you guys in April, me respectively. That Arsenal game's on a Sunday, I believe it's a Sunday.
Yeah, it's been moved to Sunday now, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
7th of May.
and bank holidays.
kickoff.
Yeah,
We
the bank
end
holidays
with
next year,
Tottenham
innit?
final. We end with Tottenham on the final day. Don't worry. We'll get
You need to
your
pull off
first
a
spot.
Newcastle. You realise this, right?
Yeah.
End of season Newcastle. That game was brilliant. That game was Arteta and Thomas Rosick's last game. We weren't watching our game. We were watching. We were all checking the Newcastle score, watching Newcastle beat bloody Spurs end of season.
Yeah.
That was what a game
5-1.
to be at, though.
And we did.
Was that the one where Newcastle down to 10 men?
Yeah,
think
Mitrovic
so.
got sent off, and we won
Yeah.
5-1.
Yeah.
It should have been.
Yeah.
It should have been 10. It should have been 10. I mean,
Yeah.
Hugo
It
Lloris
was
ran on the last
also,
shot,
yeah, and then
But no-
Arteta's last goal was actually a deflection, but they still gave it to him,
Yeah,
which was nice.
still go to because yeah. But this is how Spursy are. Yeah. Newcastle just got relegated by their rivals the day 3 days prior.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. And Tottenham were going there knowing Newcastle had nothing to fight for in terms of positional wise. Newcastle win 5-1.
With 10 men. Don't forget the 10 men, please. Don't forget the 10 men, please.
That's very key to this
Football's
bit of
weird,
information,
isn't it?
and I'm sure John will agree.
Of course.
100%.
But I'm saying that's how Spurs they are. Like they all they had to do was match our result to get second, and they bottled it against a team
Well,
that
that's
had
the
nothing to
greatest
fight
sport
for.
on earth.
Apart from pride, obviously.
Because weird things like that happen.
You can go away with your little leads. Oh, we beat you in 2003. It's up to you to win the league because we needed to stay up.
Done it a couple of times, them fuckers, didn't they? They did.
99 as well. Penultimate game of the
99. That was one of the worst ones, 99.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I don't remember much about that game apart from when Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank
Oh, I bet you
slid in
don't.
and basically was like diving header at the back post, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember much about it. Well, I think we
88th
missed a
minute,
penalty
weren't
as
it?
well.
89th minute?
Yeah, it was. I know we missed a penalty because we were like, no, we want Arsenal to win the title, but we've still got to we owe it to football, the game, to try and win, even though we don't want to win because we don't want Man United to win the title. And then you didn't learn from that in 2003 either because we were like,
No,
no,
that was-
Arsenal, we need you to beat us. Actually whoop our asses so they don't get the title, but you didn't get the fucking memo. And we were like, no, we're gonna spin Ashley Cole in the 90th minute. We turned him into a pretzel, and it was like, no, stop us from scoring. But you didn't get the memo, so we had to put the ball in the top corner.
Tom, we got the memo a year later and got you relegated. So all's well ends well.
That burst that bubble.
Now you're living in the past. That's just rubbish.
Oh, you're bringing up the past seasons. We're flying
don't
right up the
understand.
league.
Lottie, you don't understand. And you know why? Why, Mr. Tom? Mr. Tom, tell him why. Tell him, come on, what's my favorite phrase?
No, the nonsense.
No, there's levels to this thing, and Leeds
Levels.
Leeds is just not at our level. They don't know what we're saying. I mean, you can't talk. Who can you talk to, Mr. Tom?
Chelsea.
Yeah, there's Chelsea. Who else is there? There's Palace.
I don't get this
Southampton,
racism
Bournemouth.
that's coming out. I don't understand it. It's just
Southampton,
I come on this show. I come on this
Leicester
show
City.
to support Ryan and to have a nice chat and meet new people. And I'm sitting here and I'm taking nothing but abuse. All right, this is uncalled for. Absolutely
Do you know what?
Well, it's what Gary does, though, isn't it? It's what Gary does.
Abuse. It's a case of Gary casting his fishing line and hook, lining, and sinkering you one, and you bite every time.
Exactly. You say that.
Gary is enjoying it.
I tried to save you from coming on. I told Ryan, don't bring him on. And guess what? He said, you know what? You're right. Let's bring on Mr. Tom. And this is what you get.
It's actually funny you say that, though, because I mentioned like Arteta time or the fact, weren't it the fact that you scored in the 97th minute of a game that had 6 minutes injury time? And I just put it out there.
Bournemouth, yeah.
But I'll just put it out there. Keep in mind, I was glad you got the goal. Let me preface this. I wanted you to win, so I was happy that it happened. But I just put out the facts that you actually scored after the allotted time, right?
What about the injury in the 90th minute to 91st minute? What about that injury?
I'm going to have to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go. I will see you guys later.
I don't give a
It's been
flying
a lot of
Okay, he's still running, mate.
Bobby's dad. It's good to see you.
Take credit,
see
WTT,
Liam,
mate.
tell him
I've
I missed him
subscribed.
again.
All right.
Bobby, how you doing? All right, Bobby, we'll see you later.
Bye, Bobby.
Take care, mate. Take care.
Bobby's dad, how
See
you
all
doing?
soon.
Good job. And Liam, when you
Cheers,
see
buddy.
Liam, tell him I said hi. All right? 'Cause I keep missing him, and I don't understand why. He keeps saying he's going to show up, and I never see the man.
I think he left after he got that bite out of you in the America game.
Oh. All right, everybody in the chat, thank you, John, Mr. Tom, Lottie,
Yes.
and Ryan.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Take
See you
care.
guys.
See you
Take
later.
care, everybody.
Oh, dear. Take care, Lottie. Talk to you soon. Have a good. Take care of yourself on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm at the Emirates. I'm home.
Yeah, but it's going to be cold as well. So I'm saying that up and all that. But yeah, we are going to wrap things up now. Obviously, massive thanks to Lottie, Bobby, and Liam, Tom, also John as well, and all these the new faces that popped in. Thanks to obviously John and all that sharing the stream and all that. The girls did their job today, got the goals, got the 3 points, put ourselves back in the top 3 in the Champions League spots. Obviously, I think we're second actually. Are we in goal difference now?
Yeah,
Going
we're
into the
second at the moment. Man United a half hour in. It's still 0-0.
Yeah,
West
I've got the
Ham
game
must
on
think
now.
they're playing us. It's brilliant.
Come on, West Ham.
Although I don't understand their orange and white kits. When
I
have
don't
West
like
Ham had orange?
I don't like that kit, but it is what it is. It's West Ham for you, and leave them to it. The men's team will get relegated as well, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah, massive thanks everyone. I'll be back on Wednesday now because there's no men's football, so no podcast. Arsenal related match wise until probably I sort of podcast out in the midweek or something during the week or something before the international goes back. But obviously Wednesday night we'll be back. It's a late kickoff as well, so nice. Hopefully everyone will be able to join us for that one against Bayern Munich. Hopefully the girls get to turn it down there and get ourselves to the semi-final of the European competition for the first time in a long time in terms of the women's team.
Anything can happen at 1-0
Yeah, anything
down.
can. I'm saying hopefully we do the job because that'd be
Oh no,
fantastic.
100%. I'm just saying anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the girls do the job there, and then as I say, try and fit a few podcasts in between now and the next weekend, and then also Saturday itself got obviously Arsenal versus Leeds, a 3 o'clock kickoff. So I'll be going live at 2:30, going through the teams and all that jazz as we always do, and hopefully Arsenal do the job and continue their form and go on to the title. Continue their push on to the title. Good save from the goalkeeper there for West Ham.
I hope the opposite.
Shush you. Know your place. You are Leeds United. You are Leeds United. You do not want a team from Manchester winning the title. So for one day, you can sort of lay off.
But he hasn't though. That's the problem.
Next Saturday, get the old.
And that's why he got roasted.
Yeah, but next Saturday, come here next Saturday, the chat or whatever. Get your seat up. Just relax, accept what's going to happen, and then for the other 9 games you've got to play or whatever, do what you got to do. But for one game, just accept your fate. Aside from that, obviously, they will do match of the day, obviously, later on in the evening, about 10, 20, whatever it is, it goes live
1-0.
next Saturday. And then I think women play next weekend, don't they? There's no international football for women, is there, coming up?
There is. I think there is, because Steph Catley's not going up for international duty. She's staying at home because of her injury. So she's wonderful at the minute. So she'll be back second half. Our last game's the 2nd of April. We're back on the 22nd away to Man United.
So next Sunday. Who have we got next Sunday? Brighton, or was it Man City
What City?
Or City at home?
Bayern and City, and then it's the international break. Yeah.
So I can cover that on Sunday as well. That's Sunday, so that covers the weekend itself, and then we're back on the following week for the podcast in terms of everything back to normal. Normal service has resumed. Mm-hmm. If you are new to the channel, though, do subscribe. It's completely free. If you want to become a member, it's 99p, £2 or £2.99. You've got the two options. Tom is a member himself. He knows he's got all the perks now in terms of emojis and badges and things like that as well. I even
get a Eddie emoji.
Yeah, I even done him an Eddie emoji so he can feel his boots in the old chat as well. Which he has. Which
all I'm going to see when I come in, if I ever come back again, all I'm going to see is this Eddie emoji pop up in the chat.
Yeah,
I just know it's on.
Literally, that's what he did earlier.
That's exactly what happens. I
didn't know what it was at the time, so
everything. It's literally since it's been put in place. Eddie. He's like, okay, great. I regret this now.
Yeah. Well, we all know who to blame, don't we? You.
Yeah. It's all my fault. I tried doing right for my member, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. You shouldn't have mentioned it.
Technically, we all mentioned it, to be honest.
He made a Saka one. I was like, you've wasted your time on that one.
Well, not really, not really, because all the Arsenal fans that want to become members, when Arsenal score a goal, if Saka scores it, they can put Saka up. If it's a Premier League trophy win, they've got a Premier League trophy to put up.
I get that. I just mean the Eddie one, innit? I mean, come on now.
Oh my God, Paris is such a useless player. She's gone down looking for a penalty. Ella Toon's got the ball and kicked it straight in her face.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
Yeah. If you haven't already, do go and subscribe to John's channel as well. John, want to give yourself a promote your channel, what you got coming up on your channel and all that?
Well, first off, thank you so much indeed for letting us on, Ryan, and the gang as well. You've been fantastic. Thank you. And if you watch us on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, it's John Sinclair TV. On Insta, it's John Sinclair 15. Not bothered about Insta that much, but I will get back to it very, very soon. And on social media, it's John Sinclair, John_NUFC 42. And I'll do the watch-alongs. I'll do previews, reviews, breaking news, Toon chat. I'll do got a lot on me sure on a Wednesday or Thursday. Talk about our teams and Premier League prediction show. We do also preview, like I said, and we do like a panel show, fan forum, all there. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I've just got over 4,500, and just keep going, guys. And thanks for having us on. And you know what? What a channel! Thank you.
I just subbed to your channel, John.
Thank you, Tom. I've done yours as well, mate. I tried to get the Smug Cannon as well, and it's not coming up.
I'll subscribe, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
John, it's Arsenal fans forever.
I'll send you a link, John.
Arsenal fans forever.
Yeah.
Right. I was
the Smug Cannon is Liam's handle.
Right.
For obvious reasons. I think that might. If we win this, the thing is, if we win this title, it's going to change to the Smug Parrot Cannon.
No, if we win the title, man, I'm going as the parrot.
That parrot just purchased all the cannon, didn't you know?
No, but he's getting a parrot costume if we win the league. You said that already.
Oh, I know that. Me and Liam go have match days together. I know this.
I know, but I'm just saying, he's.
I know we do a lot of. I know we do.
Well, it actually be. I think I'll do it title parade day. Title parade day, mate.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. That's going to be some fun.
We'll do it for both on the day itself and the day out afterwards.
If there is a title parade, by the way, if there is.
Obviously.
Come on, 10 cup finals to go.
10? Yeah, exactly. 10. Yeah, 10. It is 10. We've got no games. No games. It's all normal games for us. Unlike City. Just keep winning game by game, do what we've got to do. But also, Tom,
Cheers, mate. I'll knock you one in a minute when I go.
Thank you
get my
very
phone.
much, Miz. Thank you.
No
Tom,
worries, mate.
do you want to give your channel a shout out as well, even though it's not football related? Because obviously you do your own thing and what you got coming up.
No, don't follow me on Twitter.
I need to after all your talk today. I actually, that's a good point.
No, don't follow me on Twitter. I never tweet anything anyway. No, don't waste your time. Basically, actually make a Twitter, but then don't bother following me on it. So we'll just stick with that. No, if anyone actually was interested in the weird and wonderful world of professional wrestling, I will talk about it on at the Full Nelson Pod. And basically, I'm on various shows with Gary. I occasionally appear on here.
Liam, that's your cup of tea, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. I'll give you a little head on that. That's my cup of tea, that is.
Yeah, you should. We do like live watch-alongs and stuff like that. And it's fun. And more importantly, I find it fun. If other people find it fun, that's a bonus. But I don't really care if you find it fun, as long as I enjoy it. So
that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. But no, seriously, thank you for having me on, Ryan. It was nice meeting some new people. I love winding up Arsenal fans. It's great fun. I mean, Eddie's still the man. No matter what you'll say, you're all wrong. I'm not going to put him up front, though. I'm not going to put him up front.
Wait till he scores the winning goal to win the title.
Oh, God.
Mr. Tom will be back.
Tom will be in the chat the entire stream. Then Eddie.
Hey, I won Gary money with my. I predicted, this is factually true. I predicted that it was Bruno or Rashford would score the first goal. Eddie would score the last goal, and Arsenal would win 3-2. That is a thing that factually happened. And Gary won a lot of money because of it.
But since then, when Arsenal came out against Palace, sorry, who did you back to win? Remind us all.
Oh no, I said Palace would win. But to be fair, in my defence, they hadn't sacked Vieira at the point that I submitted that as a betting pick, because I actually thought you were just going to let Crystal Palace win, like Chelsea let Everton win last season, because Frank's a club legend. We can't have Frank have a relegation on his CV, but you still sacked him. But anyway, sorry, I'm just
Liam, what about yourself?
Diarrhea spews out when I get my time. Sorry.
Yeah, Liam, what about yourself and your channel? What you got coming up?
I'll probably have a show probably Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday this week.
By the way, I'm borrowing Georgina for Tuesday. You can't have Georgina.
That's
I've
all right.
already reserved her. Just warning you.
That's okay. I've got some other people I can use. We'll do a show Tuesday night, I think. We'll just be looking at the games leading up to the international break and having a preview of the Leeds game as well.
All right, cool. Lottie, what about yourself and your podcast?
You can find me at Vicky Wonderland on YouTube. I'm not doing lives at the moment. I just don't have the time. We're doing pre-records. They drop Tuesday nights and Friday nights, but I do retweet them in the morning because it's usually quite late by the time I've uploaded them all. The latest one was out last night. I know Ryan was the first one to watch it because when I sent him the link, it was like, I'm 42 minutes into this. And I was like, really? So, But yeah, no, the latest pod is out. We kind of picked apart the Bayern game, talked about the latest club news around the club, and we did a preview for today's game. If you want to go and check that out, Vic Akers Wonderland on YouTube.
Yeah, and with that,
also guys, available on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts.
And all other audio platforms as well, like yourself. Yeah. You do realise, by the way, do you have the app for Anchor on your phone?
Yeah.
Because they don't tell you how many people actually in terms of Spotify.
I know.
Follow you now.
I know. It's actually like both. Like I haven't reached. My numbers aren't high, but they're looking good at the moment. Put it that way. I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with one person listening. I'm not a numbers person. One person is enough for me. You know.
I can't make it two then.
To be fair, I like since last night I've jumped up about 5 subscribers. Pleased with that.
Yeah.
Pleased with that.
And for everyone else in the chat, all the regulars and all that, any new faces as well, welcome, and hopefully see a lot of you guys up going forward. But as I say, back on Wednesday, 7:30, 8 o'clock kickoff. It is 8 o'clock kickoff, isn't it?
It's at 8 o'clock kickoff. I'm going to go freeze. Yeah.
So about 7:30, I'll be going live, go for the teams and all that jazz. And hopefully I'll have a few people to join me on that, hopefully, touch wood. And hopefully do our job. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, your evening as well, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you on the other side. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.
Winner to